You could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call the Atlantic Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you.
My best dad tip? Okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News, continuing to track some clouds passing through the area as that cold front boundary is clearing South Florida right now. In the 60s out there for the start of our day. Back in the 70s later this afternoon, certainly cooler. We should see more sunshine later into the day as well. It gets even colder tonight. Morning lows are in the 40s and 50s for Friday.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at realradio921.com. Free and Real Radio.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yeah, you're squeezing your banana hard today if you had Luka under last night. Ooh, 3 in a row. We'll talk about that. So much more. Big game tonight. USA against Team Canada. And you can't bet against USA today. You just can't.
This guy.
I mean, there's something wrong with you if you bet against Team USA. They're playing in Boston. Tickets are very expensive. Everybody's behind it. It's good for bars and restaurants because I'm sure a lot of people will be watching it. And there's been a little bit of a low in sports. There really hasn't been much on all week. We'll talk about that. You got 13 chances a day to win $1,000. And Franny told you yesterday, this might be running out. So you guys got to chop and make it happen because this could be it. We'll have, again, Panther tickets for you today at 12:45 for this weekend as they take on Seattle. And we're going to talk to Dominic, who won a bet last night. Cha-ching. Woohoo! What'd you have?
Luka.
Under?
Under points.
What was his over-under?
Oh, it was like 24 when I took it.
What do you have?
Oh, he only had like 14.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row. 3 in a row. And do it again tonight.
I'm waiting to see what his number is tonight.
Yeah, let's see if they drop. Who are they playing tonight?
Portland.
Oh, Portland's good. They were good up to the All-Star game. I'm going to say like 22 and a half, 23. So, that's nice. Way to be, buddy. What are you going to do with all that money?
I don't know.
Buy a Snickers bar?
All $20. Ooh.
Hey, it's $20 in half. That's the way you got to look at it. You know what I mean?
So this vending machine, you can buy like 2 Snickers bars.
Oh, forget it. You always get hammered.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my
$2.
God.
And then you're going to lose $10 trying. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work.
Yeah. Just eat your money. It does all the time.
It's a little like certain females. You're going to keep putting money back into it, even though you know the same result's going to be bad. And the other one in the other corner, like a water's like
You're
$7.
talking about like that. So we have one, if people don't know, we have a couple vending machines where we call programming. This is where all the radio shows are. And then we have a business side where the salespeople are. So they have their own. Those bottles of water are insanely expensive.
Yeah, they're like $3.75.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, it's crazy.
You go to Costco, it's like 25 cents to get a bottle of water at their vending machines.
Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? How was your day so far on a Thursday?
Okay. Yeah, just really, nothing crazy's happened.
Nothing crazy?
Too early for that. Yeah, it's too
Just
early for
started.
that to happen.
You guys can get involved in a couple ways in the show. Actually, 3 ways every single day. You can call us at 877-927-6969. You can text us, Real Radio 47142, or bring us cheeseburgers. Those are some of the 3 ways that you can get involved with the
We
show.
also have a talk back, which is really cool if you have that iHeartRadio app, which you should, because if you go on vacation or let's say you're in an area or not, you don't have good reception, you can always piss. You can always piss us off. You can always pick us up. Oh man, it's gonna be a day. You can always listen to us on the iHeartRadio app if you are like, man, I can't get 92.1 or 101.7. Guess what? Pick up your phone, get on the iHeartRadio app, search for Real Radio 921. Actually, you know what? You don't even have to search anymore because now we have this preset thing. It's a brand new feature. Or when you open it up, if you make us a preset, we'll be right there on your home page.
Nice.
And you just click on it and you're ready to roll.
I thought you were going to say something else.
But you could leave us a talk back was my whole point. Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something else.
What?
I don't know. I don't want to say it on the radio. I'll say it during a break.
Okay. Okay.
I was going to say, well, you can listen to us even when you're going to the bathroom. I thought you were going to say something like that.
because I said the piss part?
Yeah.
Got it. I mean, you can.
You can. I'm sure
You can take the phone in there with you. And
there's listeners out there. I'm sure have.
100%. I listen to music when I'm in the bathroom, not taking a shower and stuff. Yeah, why not?
Cool.
I listen to the Greek Zone when I'm in the bathroom.
I do not.
Thanks for the compliment.
No problem.
I appreciate that. Food and wine show this weekend.
South Beach Food and Wine. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed. I got invited. I typically get media, like Dom does. Every year I get media passes. And they're having a thing today. Tomorrow they're having an event for media. But I got passes for the big, the Goya Grand Tasting that they do on the beach.
Yeah.
I got for that for Saturday, and then also passes for the taco and tequila event at night on Saturday night.
That's cool.
And I had a pass. I got a lot of things going on, unfortunately, because you got to pick them up that day of, and they let you know, hey, if you can't, we have a bunch of other media people who want them. So I gave them the heads up and said I can't make it. Got a bunch of things going on. My sister-in-law, who I mentioned, I'm her matron of honor, is getting married. So we've got a bunch of big events. Sunday, we have a big thing going on for her. So, yeah, it'll be good. I'm bummed that I'm not going. It's one of my first years in a long time not going to check it out. But I'm happy because I don't get to spend time with family and friends, and it should be a good time.
And how's the weather supposed to be this weekend? Nice?
I think so. I think it was going to cool down just a little bit.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to get cool.
Yeah, like 70s, 60s. Nothing, Florida cool.
Florida cool.
Yeah,
not cold,
not
but
Northeast cool, yes.
Yeah, it is very cold on the East Coast right now. I think I saw this morning in New Jersey, it's like 11. So it's really cold.
Are you going to South Beach Food and Wine?
I'm going to try to go Saturday night.
All right. Well, I have they sent me a discount code for media. It's only for certain events.
Okay.
So if you're interested, you let me know. I'll tell you what events are for.
Don't give him the code. Don't give him the code.
All right. I won't give you the code.
I hate you.
For
You won't even know how to use it.
The person I will.
That's true.
The person I'm with will figure it out. I mean,
Do you know what event you want to do?
I don't know. I'm just going down Saturday night. I have tickets for Saturday. I got them from a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, but for what? There's hundreds of events.
We just have general admission.
For what? There's hundreds of events.
We have general admission to get into the food and wine. That's it.
G-Man, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Yeah. There's South Beach Food and Wine, they take over hotels and restaurants. There's all day long. There's events going everywhere.
Oh,
so
no,
there's not
no.
just one event that's general admission.
All right, I'll show you his tickets. to
Yeah,
the game.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I've gotten some.
it might be the grand tasting, maybe.
Just says general admission. That's all it says on the
Yeah,
ticket.
that doesn't make sense. Yeah, show me what you got.
It's not a real ticket.
It's not. I
It's
was
a
going to
scam.
say, yeah, because there's
No, it's
there's
not. It's
hu-
for somebody in the liquor industry.
Well, I know, but it's got to be general admission to a certain event because there's hundreds of events.
All right, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it just said general admission Saturday. That's it.
Yeah, that does it. It's not. That's
When we used to give them out here, that's what it used to say, general admission. That was it. Just
but
that
great,
you.
but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's for an event that is called the Grand Tasting. That's the big one on the beach.
Yeah.
Where they do all the white tents. That event has a name, so you don't have to go to that. They have other events during that time.
Awesome. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
this way I
that's what
don't-
we would do was the Grand Tasting.
Yeah,
Yes.
this way I don't waste my time.
Yeah, because
Then I
if
can-
you're not interested in going, yeah, I just you let me know so I can tell you exactly what event. Because there's not just you walk into South Beach, you're like, hey, where's the South Beach Food and Wine Festival? They're gonna be like, it's everywhere.
I always remember, and I did it so many years, you just walk in, and that's it. And there's all the massive tents and everything. All
Yes,
the wine
but what I'm
taste-
telling you is that is a certain event called
Yeah.
the Goya Grand Tasting.
I'll show it to you. And then
Okay,
if it's
that's the
something,
name
then,
of the one that we've done.
And I'll tell, I'll say, Franny said these tickets suck. What do you give
Well,
me?
no, I'll just tell you what they're for.
Yeah.
Because I know. Because you probably just didn't read what the event was. And you just saw
probably-
general admission.
I saw general admission. You're probably
Because
right.
general admission is general admission there. There's no really VIP. You get there
Yeah.
and you get to sample everything because it's even that ticket's like a $300 ticket.
And he did say to me, they're very, very expensive.
Yeah, those are pricey because and you get it. There's 3 large tents on the beach over there in Miami and full of different kind of restaurants. They have food vendors, they have liquor, they have wine, they have beer. I know last year, which was really great, they had Snoop Dogg's gin and juice, the canned drinks there,
Ooh. Oh, cool.
and you get to sample every single thing. So it's absolutely worth the money. It sounds in the beginning like, oh my god, it's so much, but you there for a few hours and you leave very full and a little buzzed. Or a lot of buzzed.
You definitely got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Again, we used to do shows there for years, and we're always a lot of fun. Stay at the Marriott. Parking's a little tough down there, obviously.
Yeah, I recommend, and that's what
Bright
I
Line.
normally do, the Bright Line. Yeah,
Yeah.
just take the Bright Line and get yourself an Uber from there to wherever you're going to stay.
The Brightline has specials for Ultra, and they're going to be having DJs on the Brightline.
Oh,
Whoa! Are you doing a DJ
fun.
Pencil?
No, I'm not.
Oh my
they
god! You
didn't
should have
hire
told them.
you? That's
No.
Oh my
nuts.
god! They should have you DJ Pencil. I can see it on the side of the train. Choo choo,
Oh,
DJ
gee.
Pencil. My God, that's a couple weekends for now.
Mm-hmm.
March what? The end of March.
Yep.
That's also, I think, the kickoff. Is it? Yeah, March Madness will be
March
going.
Madness?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if your event's Saturday night, you said, then it's not the one we went to either. Or the one that it's a 12 to 5 event.
Yeah, it was. Again, I'll show you. The
Yeah,
ticket.
just make sure. Yeah, just show it to me before you get crazy and get down there and you're like, that's not what I want. Yeah, because the one we did, it's over at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I think this is the daytime. It didn't say anything.
Yeah, okay.
But
So don't get there at night and expect to get it either because they close.
I'm like,
before
what's
it's
going on?
nine.
I have my ticket.
I thought this was all day. And it says general admission. No, yeah, they're over.
I'll be like, what's going on? I want my ticket.
I want some food. I'm hungry.
It's all gone, buddy, and we're closed.
That's it. Here's a half a cheeseburger. Hit the pavement, bitch. Yeah, the parking will be the worst thing. But maybe I'll take Brightline.
Yeah, I do it. It would be fun. And they may have specials. Who knows for South Beach Food and Wine?
I might go down on Brightline for Ultra just to hear the DJs and then come back. It'll be like going. It'll be like, oh God. So when you saw that, were you excited? You're like, woo, Ultra DJs.
I won't be taking the Brightline, but it'll be
Imagine
fun.
people who are going down and not going.
I'm sorry, you got a place down there?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet. I mean, the last couple of times I did the drive back and forth every time.
Jesus, you're nuts.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah,
driving.
there's no way.
And you're gonna have you
Especially,
definitely have a
like,
drink.
Staying up and partying all day. Yeah, I'm fine somewhere.
Yeah,
Even
but-
if it's my car.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not
Have you ever
driving
slept
home.
in your car?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
I never.
Not as an adult.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
As a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a teenager, because that was the whole scam we would do. My friends and I, we would tell my mom, hey, I'm staying at so-and-so's house. And we'd be like, hey, we're staying at like my house. And we'd go back and forth and we really wouldn't stay at anybody's house. And we would go to all these parties. And then eventually we were like, all right, well, can't go back to anybody's house because
Gotta
we
go to
lied to all
sleep.
our parents. So we had this certain area. It was a dead end. I know where it was. It was behind like the mall, Barrett Parkway area in Georgia and Kennesaw. And it was our spot. It was a dead end spot. They had developments going, so nobody would drive down there. And we were in my girlfriend's big old LeBaron, her old LeBaron, and we'd go there. And we would take our jackets or shirts and we put them around the windows so the sunlight wouldn't come in so we'd get some sleep.
Oh, nice.
That was our move. We did it so many times. And we would sleep for a few hours and we'd get up. We're like, all right, time to go back home and pretend like we were at each other's houses.
Oh, you guys are unbelievable.
Scam.
You see that today with people like they showed on Instagram or YouTube, people like they stay in their car and they have like the cover and the seat goes down and they just hang out.
Well, it's kind of sad too because a lot of people are forced to do it these days because they can't afford to live anywhere. I know it when was it pre-pandemic? I can't remember everything. It's been 5 years, right? Isn't that crazy? I used to live on alternate A1A and Burns Road, and there's a Promenade Plaza, and I would go to that Planet Fitness there. And they're the back of the Planet Fit, not the back, but there was like a kind of a back parking lot area. And every morning when I would leave, and I was just so bummed, there was a community of cars, and people people slept. I mean, that was where they lived, and they were cars. They weren't RVs or anything, and they just took that little back parking lot, 10 to 12 people.
Now, if you get a cop could come give you a ticket, right?
Nobody really. I mean, the cops would be there. Nobody really did. I think they kind of understood what was going on. I think they were there and they would because you would see them getting ready and probably go whatever they had to do to work or something like that.
Yeah, you would see it a lot of time at the beaches too, like in Jersey, the Jersey Shore. People would stay in their car right by the water. And for a lot of them, I've seen it in Miami. I was down there. You see people get out of their car. You could tell they were sleeping all night. They just get out of their car. But you got to be careful wherever you're parked that you're allowed to park there. So you're gonna get a ticket or towed.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you sleep in your car?
Oh, music festivals.
I heard.
Just so you didn't have to drive home.
Well,
right?
some of them are camping. I didn't feel like actually camping, so I would just. One's in Bonnaroo in Tennessee. I did, and I was there for 3 days. But instead of camping outside in the hot, I rented an SUV.
That's cool.
Put the back down. Did an air mattress in the back.
So you did it right.
Oh yeah.
So
it's not like you were in your old Corvette.
No, I couldn't do that. No,
that's what I'm talking
like,
about.
that doesn't sound very comfortable.
Yeah.
No.
See, that's on my bucket list. Sleeping in my car one night. 877-927-6969. Let us know. Have you ever slept in your car? Was it a good event or a bad event? You're like, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm sleeping in my car.
I have a feeling when you do, it's probably not a good thing.
Maybe you're watching the sunrise and you're going to get there early and you nap and then you wake up at 9 o'clock. You're like, damn it, I missed the sunrise. But give us a call on that. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Those are the ways you can always get involved in the show. Always appreciate you guys. Don't forget about the $1,000.
Yeah, and speaking of money, I know you had this, G-Man, but we already got a text at 47142, and I did hear this earlier this morning. It was announced all the 76 passengers that were on the Delta flight that crashed and flipped over will receive $30K, no questions asked.
Now, my question is, and it said no questions asked. Now, are they still allowed to sue if they pick up the $30,000? Because when I read no questions asked, I thought that's what it meant. Like, we're going to give you $30,000, but you can still sue.
I see. To me, I think if they take it, then you can't go back and sue.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. Listen, I don't know the exact details, but in my mindset, I think it'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna lawyer up, and I'm gonna get more money than that because I think they do deserve some more money than that.
Would you take it?
And especially after taxes? No, I'm probably fighting for more.
Don, what'd you do?
I wouldn't take it. No.
You know the people.
I think $100K minimum.
You know the people on the Hudson when that plane. They only got 5,000.
I mean, but that was somewhat of a safer. Like, these people, the plane was on fire and it was upside down.
But I agree. But the plane with that 5,000. I mean, still that's traumatic. You're hard. You land on the.
Imagine trying to go on a plane again.
Oh yeah. People don't want to fly now with all this stuff. There was some other stuff yesterday in Arizona or something. 2 planes. And it seems like every day you're hearing something. But yeah, 30,000.
Yeah. What, are you taking it, G-Man?
No way. I'm wired
taking
up.
it and putting it on red.
Yeah. When I read no questions asked, I thought it just meant like then you could still sue. But if it's the other way, no.
Well, especially 18 injured and transport to hospitals. Are they covering the hospital bills on top of that $30K too? Because those hospital bills are probably more than $30K the way things are.
Yeah. I think the airline thought that was something that was good. Delta, but I think more people are looking at like, really? That's what you're giving them? They could have died, which is crazy. But I was surprised too in the Hudson. They only got $5,000. I was like, wow, 5,000. I mean, Jesus, that's nothing.
Yeah, when you watch the video and you see what happened, it's just like, that's not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
And
And I'm curious. I'm curious to see, do they take it, the majority, or do they all get together? I'm like, no, we're asking for more.
Yeah, I mean, you get an attorney that'll be like, hey, you only have to pay me if I get money.
You know how many attorneys right now are chomping at the bit to represent all of them?
Well, you're right, yeah.
I'm sure.
There will be some people who take it. I'm sure there'll be some people like, hey, $30,000, and then, like you said, taxes, and I don't know. I don't know. It's a crazy situation. I guess it depends on your situation and what your financial.
Do you get taxed on that, on settlements? I don't think you get taxed on that.
You don't on it? But is that right? So that's considered a settlement? All right. So you don't get taxed? Okay, so it's just $30K.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think only Sam's taking a cut of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Still not enough.
Nah. Franny wants $100,000. What would you say?
It's a minimum.
I would probably go like 250.
All right.
That's good. 250. That's not bad. Franny says 100,000.
You're going against a big corporation, Delta. I feel like they got the money.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm going for 7 figures.
Yep.
I'm like, I am a legend. I'm the Greek. I represent a whole country. Gotta give me $1 million cash. Maybe 750 and 250 on the
Greek
side.
will start faking a limp too.
See, I gotta look. It says, so I just looked really quick, and it says a general rule regarding taxability of amounts received from settlements of lawsuits and other legal remedies. It says in the section states all income is taxable from whatever source derived, unless exempted by another section of the code. So that's just a little bit I looked into. So if you know better than I do, I don't work for the IRS. I don't know that kind of stuff. I just looked it up really quickly. Let us know, do you, on settlement money?
I don't know. It's one of those answers that, one of those questions you get different answers from everybody. Like everything.
Well, it's like how to avoid paying taxes on settlement money. So there's ways around it, but I guess all in all, it looks like you do.
We'll see.
So, I don't know. Yeah, let us know.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday, getting ready for the weekend tonight. Team USA against Team Canada. You can't bet against USA. You just can't.
Okay, you can't? Really? This guy.
Cash is king, baby.
I tried warning him. He's like, put it on Canada.
I'll have my flag out. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with a trifecta and this day in history. And Franny's got a couple interesting topics we'll get into, too. Come back with us. You'll be entertained. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
What I'm doing here is not complaining. I am proselytizing.
Oh, please.
He is a prostitute. No, I am not. How dare you?
Sean's a prostitute.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Got some road construction on 95 that'll be southbound after Congress Avenue, blocking your right lane. Stay to the left of that. As for the Turnpike, currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers.
This tax season, when you buy 6 months on Boost Mobile, best unlimited plan. They'll give you next 6 months free. Plus, head to a Boost Mobile store and enter to win up to $10,000 and double your tax refund. Requires upfront payment, taxes and fees extra. Terms, exclusions apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer, terms, and sweeps details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, save 50% on the new Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Spring training has arrived at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come see the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals with tickets, mini plans, groups, VIP experiences, and more. On sale now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by the ticket office today.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Ready to see what your car's worth? Hey, it's Franny, and at GimmeTheVin.com, it's a breeze. They buy everything: trucks, Cadillacs, BMWs, even lifted Jeeps and exotics. Need cash after tax season? GimmeTheVin.com offers top dollar up to $200,000 for your vehicle. And if they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100 with a 60-second bid process, no pressure, and free pickup. Selling has never been easier with GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 561-390-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Paid for by government. Now is the time to fill your vault with Morgan Silver Bars. Grab your piece of America's silver legacy with this special offer. These spectacular shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan Silver Dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Call now to secure 1-ounce silver bars minted in 99.9% pure silver and made in the USA. Don't miss out on this special deal, regularly priced at $49.95, but for a limited time, only $39.95. Save $10 per silver bar. Limit of 25 bars per customer. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $250 in savings and free shipping on every order. Plus, with qualifying orders, you'll receive a free Morgan Silver Dollar. That's a $59.95 value, free.
Call 1-800-973-9714 now
to secure your 1-ounce Morgan Silver Bars for only $39.95.
That's 1-800-973-9714.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Continuing to tracks some clouds passing through the area as that cold front boundary is clearing South Florida right now. In the 60s out there for the start of our day. Back in the 70s later this afternoon, certainly cooler. We should see more sunshine later into the day as well. It gets even colder tonight. Morning lows are in the 40s and 50s for Friday.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Fall in love with how easy car care can be. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Why would you do that to me?
Los Angeles, 2021. A friendly neighbor appears out of nowhere and promises to make all my dreams come true.
Let's not forget that David Bloom was a professional con artist.
But my dreams soon turned into a nightmare. I'm Caroline DeMore. Listen as I take down my scammer on Once Upon a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Once Upon a Con and start listening.
Greeks Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Don't forget, we got Panther tickets for you today at 12:45. Your opportunity to go see the Panthers this weekend against Seattle.
Ooh. That was cute. You guys both oohed it. Ooh.
Dominic's in the house. Ooh. DJ Pencil. Will he be at Ulster? We'll find out. Francis is here.
What's up?
And it's time for a trifecta in this day in history.
Riders up. It's Greeks Trifecta.
All right, Team USA does play Canada tonight. That's in Boston. The tickets are very expensive, unbelievable prices. It's like a playoff game. And a couple of my buddies are trying to go up there to the game for New York, and they were saying the prices are just on a secondhand market.
On the at the Garden?
I believe so, yeah. This is a championship. Whoever wins is the champ. This has worked out very good for hockey. People are really, they're excited about it and intrigued. And if you're a hockey fan, this is cool. So Team USA tonight, I think it's on 8 o'clock. I know a lot of people will be watching. Marlins open up their regular season March 27th. And who do you think's throwing out the first pitch?
Dan Marino.
Oh, my God. You always...
The Greek? Just kidding.
That's why they got Dan Marino. I can't do it.
No, you're busy.
It's all over social media.
Dan Marino.
They're pumping the hell out of their opening day. I think they're, Louis Fonzie. There's going to be Luis Fonzie. I think there's going to be Dan Marino. They're just throwing out all these people that are going to be there. And so they're hyping it up.
Last night,
They want people to show up.
Yeah, they do. When I first saw it, I thought it was their exhibition schedule. And then I said, oh, my God, it's opening day. So Marino's going to do it. Last night, the owner of the Marlins was in Boca talking to a bunch of people about the team and things he expects for the team. The Marlins were the only team, though, that did not spend a dime on free agency.
Is that a good thing? Probably not.
That's not a great thing. I got to be honest with you. But there's always good food at the stadium, so that's a good thing.
There is great food.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, is that a new relationship? I don't know why. I don't know why they would do it. I know a couple of Steeler fans that were losing their mind last night. And they came up to me like, Greek, oh, my God, Rodgers goes. I'm like, dude, I don't have anything to do with it. Like, really? I can't see it either. I don't think he's an improvement over Russell Wilson. And he can't move. I mean, he really can't. But that's what they're talking about. And they're talking about Russell Wilson going to the Raiders. So a lot of different things going on. You'll see a lot of different stuff with the draft. The draft this year is in Green Bay at Lambeau, which is going to be very cool. They're expecting 250,000 people over 3 days. And they're also saying it's going to bring in over $92 million to the community. That is a ton. Again, the draft blows my mind because you're watching kids walk on stage. You know what I mean? And that's it. And you hear an announcement. That's all you see. All 3 days. And the first day, obviously, is very exciting because it's the first round. But, man, I am always blown away of how many people go to this event. And whatever city they're in, and even like day 2 or day 3, it's just, like I could have saw when it was in Vegas because it's Vegas. But they've done it in Philadelphia, Tennessee, just unbelievable crowds. But hats off to the NFL. I mean, it shows you how popular they are.
Yeah, it was nuts right in Nashville. I mean, that was crazy.
In Nashville, I think they had close to 1 million over the weekend. And it's all you see is like a sea of people. Mm-hmm. And you don't even and you're watching on TV screens. You're just standing there for like 20 minutes. And God bless them. Like I said, that is a company that just makes money. The Greeks Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Over to Franny for this day in history.
On this day in history.
All right, back in the day on February 20th, we're going to go 233 years ago, 1792. President George Washington created the U.S. Post Office. Then, 63 years ago, 1962, astronaut John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth, flying aboard Friendship 7. 43 years ago, in 1982, Pat Benatar and her guitarist, Neil Giraldo, were married in Maui. 35 years ago, 43 years. They're still together, aren't they?
I think they are.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good for you. I have a Florida couple who we're going to talk about on 11 o'clock hour who beat some by a lot. 35 years ago, in 1990, Danny Elfman won a Grammy for Best Instrumental Composition for the Batman theme. Best pop duo performance was Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville. Duet, you remember? What duet did they do?
What is it again?
Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville.
Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Wasn't that the Disney thing?
I don't know much, but I know I love you. Don't know much. Don't remember that song? Don't know much.
Oh, I think it was the theme to a Disney movie.
It doesn't say.
I thought you were just saying in general you don't know much.
I don't know.
I was like, no, you do.
No, that's a song. I don't know much, but I know I love you.
I think it was in Disney. Check that. What's your name, Dominic?
Metallica won Best Metal Performance for One. Young MC won Best Rap Performance for Bust a Move. Living Colour won Best Hard Rock Performance for Cult of Personality. And Bette Midler won Record of the Year for the song that makes me cry every time I hear it, Wind Beneath My Wings. From the movie Beaches. Very sad. Don't watch it. You'll cry. 35 years ago in 1990, the Scorpions album Best of Rockers and Ballads featuring Rock You Like a Hurricane, Big City Nights, and No One Like You was certified gold. 29 years ago in 1996, murder was a case that they gave him. Snoop Dogg and his bodyguard were found not guilty of first-degree murder. The jury deadlocked on voluntary manslaughter charges, and a mistrial was declared. 28 years ago, 1997, Ben & Jerry's introduced a new flavor.
What was it?
Fish food, named after the rock group Fish. Fish food contains chocolate ice cream, marshmallows, caramel, and fish-shaped fudge. By the way, Fish actually is they're leading the fan vote right now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And a lot of people are like, what if you see all the big names that are in there, like the Billy Idols and Soundgarden and stuff like that? But I will tell you what, even though Fish does not have airplay, you don't hear them on the radio, they have a cult following.
I was going to say.
They really do. And that's why I think that they're up there, because their fans are voting for them.
That's the most important thing. 27
years ago, 1998, Tara Lipinski became the youngest Olympic champion ever when she beat Michelle Kwan to win the gold medal in women's figure skating. She was 15 years old at the time. 22 years ago, in 2003, the Station nightclub fire erupted at that Great White concert. It claimed the lives of 100 innocent people who were trampled trying to escape. That was so sad. After the pyrotechnic devices ignited some packing foam near the stage. And that thing, yeah, crazy. And then, finally here, the most important thing. Just kidding. 2005, the contents of Paris Hilton's hacked T-Mobile sidekick hit the internet. Ooh. It had all kinds of stuff on it. And there you go. That's what happened this day in history, February 20th.
Thank you so much, Francis. We do it once a show, the day that we're in, to look back on the famous things that happened, and maybe you can reflect on them.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of text messages. Thank you so much because we were talking about how Delta is giving those 76 passengers $30K that were in that flight over there in Toronto that flipped over, caught on fire when they landed. And we have, let's see, that $30,000 they got doesn't affect the fact that they can, and a lot of people saying that they can sue in the future.
Oh, that's good.
So they can give it to me and still sue.
Yeah.
Another person with the compensation, it's no strings attached. So you can take the money and still sue for more. Then we have someone who texts at 47142. This says injury payouts are non-taxed, according to the text line. We have another person, Delta Airlines settlement of $30,000. I read that was just a gimme for Delta, did not keep the passengers from further litigation. So
yeah,
that's what it sounds like. And then finally here says, it's hilarious how Franny says, I have stuff for discounts at certain events. And Greek hears discounts and is 100% uninterested. Then 2 minutes later, Franny says, the Brightline probably has discounts. And again, I think she forgets who G really is. The guy who just bought a Mercedes-Benz watch battery for his key fob. So there you go. What?
It happens.
Well, everybody doesn't know the thing that okay, so the key fob's neat. It looks like a watch battery, right? Is what they consider. I don't know the technical name for it, which he could have done on his own. And he could have bought it for, I don't know, less than $20. $8, yeah, less. And then how much did you, because you went to Mercedes and you had them do it for you?
No, I went to Mercedes. There was too much money. So then I called Mercedes, Roadside Citizens, and the guy was like, just go there and they'll just give it to you. And I thought
you said...
No, I didn't buy it. I didn't spend $300. I said that was, or $200, whatever it was. I am
so confused.
I said that was the price it was going to be.
I swear, because when we were talking about it, and I was like, why did you spend so much money when you could have done this? That was 100% the conversation that we had.
No, they told me it was going to be a lot of money, so
Greek.
I didn't do it.
Yep, typical Greek.
Whatever.
Yeah, so you lied.
No, that's what it is. I didn't pay
They
it.
even said that here. That's exactly what you said, is that you bought it.
He bartered with the guy.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Traded goods.
There's nothing I can trade. We're going to trade.
Oh, you got goods.
Oh, no, I don't.
All right. Whatever. It is
Call
what
me
it is.
daddy.
It is what it is.
So, Freddie, what are the things that guys have to know about women by law? I'll get my pen out for this.
Yeah, and so clearly this is just in jest. You really don't have to know these things by law, but it's law. I'm saying, if you can see my fingers, I'm doing little air quotes here. And the claim is 15 things that you are required to know by law.
Let's see how we do, Dom, as a team.
About women. Well, what are you going to guess, or what do you mean how you do as a team?
Well, when you say it, we'll say, yeah, we knew that, or we didn't know.
All right, so this is funny. So the people felt that compelled to, women did, to be like, this is what you need to know about us. And as I mentioned, it's not really laws. It's not like you're going to go to jail if you don't know this about us. So we cry for no reason sometimes. Things that men are required by law to know. Yes. Listen, it's part of our hormonal makeup. I said whore. It doesn't necessarily mean you did anything wrong. They said it just means after drenching our skirts in coffee this morning and then bombing our work presentation this afternoon, spilling a dish of jelly beans, whatever it was, could be the last straw, and we may cry. So just deal with it. Okay. Also, 15 things men are required by law to know about women. We also like to vent. Just vent. Simple as that, right? Sometimes Susie from work gets on our nerves. Sometimes whatever it is. We don't need you to fix our problems. Just let us tell you what they are. And then feel free to give us a big hug or whatever you want, or just be like, all right, that Susie, she's a bitch. Even if you're not paying attention. I know it can be exhausting sometimes, but just listen. Another thing, 15 things men are required by law to know about women. We have fears you might see as irrational. Spiders might freak us out. Yes, sounds cliche, and we know it's ridiculous, but spiders can give us as creeps. So if you could dispose of them and not make it a big deal, that would be awesome. Thanks. They also say, we love it when you call us. When you call just to say, hey, listen, I had a great time on the date, or just to talk about whatever. Claim here, women enjoy it. So stop with the games. If we suspect you're playing that whole 3-day rule, you're probably going to lose points. We don't like that game anymore. Says, we prefer you let us know if you're not into us. Listen, we can handle it. We'd rather not waste our precious time. After all, I love this. We have an increasingly deafening biological clock to contend with. So yes, it hurts when you break up with us, but we'd rather not be caught in a relationship for 2 years if you knew after 2 months you didn't see it going anywhere.
And I think that's vice versa on that one. I think,
don't waste time.
Yeah, I mean, if you really don't feel anything for somebody, have the respect to tell somebody. Don't ghost them. I don't like that. I don't think that's right. You should pick up the phone, I think, first.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Heartbreak hurts. Getting broken up with does. But in the long run, guess what? Both people will get over it. It says we don't require grand gestures, but they are nice. These are things men are required by quote-unquote law to know about women. They said, here's the deal with grand gestures. They're nice. We won't object if you take us on a surprise weekend getaway, buy us an expensive necklace we always notice through the shop window, or shower us with rose petals. None of that is necessary, though. We love the little things the most. So bringing us a coffee at work on your day off is seen as a very nice gesture. We don't define a relationship by the size of a ring. G-Man. See, I knew he was going to love that one. We don't expect you to buy us a platinum banded princess cut diamond in a Tiffany's box, nor do we expect a ring 6 weeks into a relationship. So it says you can relax, breathe. We will consult you when we start fantasizing about taking that whole till death do us part vows with you. And we've talked about that before. You should have that conversation before you go out and do it, talking about the guys or girls who propose.
Yeah, because you're taking a big chance. And I don't think relationships, if somebody says no, I think it's hard for it to keep going. Because I think the guy obviously would feel let down, upset. And then even if the girl says, hey, I still want to date, but I'm not ready to get married, you might think like, well, what am I doing?
This one, obviously, all these are not blanket statements. We aren't comparing you to our exes. We know some people do it, guys and girls. But this is what they said. And you shouldn't compare us to your ex either. We're with you now, not with him. So you've already won. I like that mindset, though.
Yeah.
They may be comparing you, but you are. They're with you. They said, yes, we tend to. Does that mean that Greek? I was like, ding, yep, got that one. We tend to overanalyze. They said, okay, some of us always overanalyze. For example, after a date, you say, I had a great time tonight. Our thoughts are, did he? Was that a slight infection in his tone? Did I sense it?
Oh, my God.
Should I suggest a second date? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll just call tomorrow. Maybe he won't. Yeah, sometimes we do. We prefer direct communication. I think that one is clearly stated right there. We appreciate courtesy, opening doors, offering help with the chore. We think it's hot when you do that. However, don't forget we can take care of ourselves and don't need you to lift a box of pillows.
Yeah. You got that? Let me get that for you.
We still want to feel feminine, beautiful, and safe. These are 5 or 15 things men are required by law, and I say law, just says it's not real, to know about women. We hold you in high regard. That's nice. Really. Show us that you feel the same way about us. Show us that we're the most amazing woman on the planet. We'd like to know. We're sappy and romantic that way, and we will do the same for you. And then finally here, we can still tie our shoes and do any number of other complex Herculean things. Remember that. In case you need some help when it comes to saving the world, women can help save it with you. So there you go. Those are the laws that they want you to know.
They left out the most important one.
What is that?
Women are always right.
There you go. Bingo.
I mean, if you don't want to fight.
Yeah. If you want a good relationship, remember that. Take a knee. Not only in the bedroom, but in life on a lot of things. And some fights are just not worth it.
True.
You just be like, hey, you know what? You're right. Let's move on. Even if you totally don't agree or whatever. Is it a way that it's, you're really not like being honest, but in the long run, is it worth arguing over?
We got one in the text 47142, not necessarily a law, but conversation with this. It says laws of women. Yes, if a man waits 3 days to contact me, I've already moved on and deleted his number and the text thread from my phone.
Really?
It was deleted after 24 hours of no response. I think that's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Why wait so long?
I mean, it's people say it. I don't. I never
silly.
did. I mean, if you went out with somebody you like, I think it's nice. The next day you say, I had a nice time.
Yeah.
Would you like to do it again when you have some free time?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
But if you say that after the date and then you don't call him for a while, then you're like, all right, what's up with this dude?
I did that with somebody a while ago, and I said, hey, I had a great time last night. When you get a chance, we'll go out again. And she was like, okay. And I don't know. She thought like I was supposed to ask her out again, but I was like, hey, when you got time, I meant when you had time, let me know. And I didn't hear from her, so then I saw her like a week later, and she was like, I thought we were supposed to go out. I said, well, I text you. When you have time, let me know.
Yeah, but...
I said, I'm free all the time.
Yeah, but you still should have been like, hey, I really had a good time. I mean, just reached out again.
Yeah, so I was wrong. All right, I'm sorry if you're listening.
I mean, you both could have been wrong, I guess. I mean, she could have reached out too. It doesn't always have to be on the guy.
You don't think she's listening? How do you know, Dom?
She's
DJ
texting
Pencil.
his phone right now. We hear the ding. That's her.
Pencil. DJ Pencil. Brightline's going to have DJs a weekend of Ultra. Man, that's worth the ride right in itself. Make sure you check it out and get your reservations now. Aren't they also, because I know they have it with the heat, and I think they're having it with Food and Wine. Guess you have to go to their website. They're having some later trains.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I know.
Well, they call it like the buzzer beaters or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a name for it, especially for the heat.
Yeah.
And you do, because I've just been on the train when the heat games are over, and they are, all you see are just heat jerseys. They're packed.
Yeah. And you see a lot of people running, like to catch the train.
I will tell you what, that Miami station is nice. They got like nice restaurants in there. Sometimes at night there's music and people dancing.
Yeah, it's cool.
They really do it up.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. They didn't cheap out on anything. I mean, they really didn't.
Even the tickets now.
Yeah.
What is the ticket ride?
Brightline, I hope you're listening.
Mhm.
Well, they got expensive, and then they had that whole deal for people who were commuting because that was one of their big things.
Yeah.
And they were even building apartments on top of Brightline stations, especially in West Palm. So, like, you can work in Miami but live cheaper in West Palm. And so they were having this whole commute thing, and they sold passes. I think it was annual or whatever.
Okay.
And they were somewhat affordable. And then they just hiked them up like crazy. I can't remember where it was. Just it didn't make sense. At that point, you were like, might as well just go back and live in Miami.
Mhm.
And I did hear that they were lowering the prices again. I have to look. It's been a bit. But I know that they're doing deals for the Cognizant Classic for people to come up this way. If you go to the Brightline website, they have stuff for that. They got stuff for the Savannah Bananas coming up in March. They'll do complimentary shuttles to the stadium. What's it called? PNK, the pink, whatever, where the Messi, the soccer plays. Yeah, Inter Miami. Like, why can't I think of it?
And they always have special deals, too, when the Dolphins play. I've seen that a lot, to come from Miami up. But, in all situations, you're going to have a ride, though. You're going to have to get an Uber or somebody pick you up.
Well, and that's the thing is that just when you go on there, look, because sometimes they do have free shuttles. As I mentioned, they have free shuttles to some of these games. So I see the Next Stop Ultra is on there. Train to Rave is what they call it. So 25th anniversary. Maybe that's why. But they said that they said ride between Orlando to Miami Central Station, March 28th, with the Experience train departing 12:50 noon, like in the afternoon. Limited stops. Red Bull and Brightline are bringing you an unforgettable ride featuring the launch of the new Red Bull Spring Edition. So they're going to have a bunch of Red Bull on there, surprising DJ sets and pop-ups, all without leaving your seats. I wonder if anybody just gets the ticket for the train and doesn't go to Ultra. Just goes back and forth.
I got this. I don't need it. Why am I going to deal with the crowd? Does it say a price or no?
Space is limited. Lock your spots in now. Blah, blah, blah. Package with tickets on board the Next Stop Ultra train, Ultra GI tickets, hotel stay. I got to look.
All right.
Yeah.
I like to see what a round trip is from West Palm to Miami.
And the last train,
It's like
which
midnight.
is 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's after the show.
Yep, Miami Central at 1 a.m.
That's late for Brightline.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. And I know, like, some basketball games they were doing late because a couple of my buddies would take them. In the beginning, they didn't have them that late. But I would like to see a price, a round trip to Miami from West Palm.
And then
Just in general? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
last night, UFC announced Miami's card. April 12th, yep.
Oh, that'd be good.
314. It's going to be a good event. They're going to have one championship belt. It's featherweight, so it's going to be
cool.
exciting.
Well,
that's going to be where he play?
Mm-hmm.
You could leave from Boca.
Yeah, okay.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at like a round trip, Boca to Miami, let's say for this weekend. If you were going to go on Saturday, what are we? The 22nd. And then you're going to return on the 22nd. Let's see. So if you were to do that, they have trains right now because you said you would go at night. Let's say you take the
4 o'clock.
5 way out. There's a 324.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 324. So it is for the basic, right?
Yeah.
Not which is called Smart.
Oh, come on.
I know.
No
But
drink
I'm just saying
package.
anybody else. He doesn't drink. It's still nice. $27 because the
The
premium.
food.
The premium is more about drinking and stuff.
$27 round trip?
No. So that's just the one way there, one part, and then 64 if you do premium. All right. So we
27. I'm on a budget.
So we're gonna select the
Since when?
27, and then you want to get back home, right?
That'd be nice, unless I hook up with 3 people.
So let's say you're gonna come back home that night, and we'll say take the 12:45.
Ooh, that's too
It's
late.
not too late.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
then
go a little-
11:45.
Yeah.
All right, an hour earlier. So still not terrible, G-Man, and that's 42. So
$60.
Yeah, 60.
That's very inexpensive to me. Because it's going to take
It
you.
used to be cheaper though. That for that basic, it was very cheap.
Because it'll take you at least 30 in gas, and I bet you pay at least 70 to park.
And then you have to multiply that by 2 if you're taking somebody with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
And then you never know, it might meet somebody on the train.
don't forget you brought somebody with you though.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Walks in the next cabin. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's happening, huh? You like these trains, huh? It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Don't forget, 12:45, your chance to win tickets to the Panthers in Seattle this Saturday night. And you got another keyword coming up for you. Time's running out. This could be it this week. Fanood. And we're not going to have another winner. Come on, somebody step up and win. Please, $1,000. Who doesn't want $1,000? We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
When the smart speaker you gave your parents eventually becomes yours, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Barkov looks around up front. They score! They score! It was tagged home.
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Barkov in front, right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Got some road construction on 95 that'll be southbound after Congress Avenue, blocking your right lane. Stay to the left of that. As for the turnpike, currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Greek, and Monroe's is open 7 days a week, and that means the beautiful girls are there 7 days a week, along with a 5-star menu. And start your weekend off right. On Friday night at Monroe's, it's Fetish Fridays. Stop in at Monroe's, have a great time with a lady, and enjoy their 5-star menu. It's a great atmosphere and a great time. Monroe's, the best talent around, is always there 7 days a week. Fetish Fridays, kick off your weekend right. Peace.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where TurboTax Expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops! Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried Easy Cater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
Easy Cater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
For live radio to have lyrics, that's amazing.
You guys outdid yourselves.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Can I give it 6 stars?
Find your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News, continuing to track some clouds passing through the area as that cold front boundary is clearing South Florida right now. In the 60s out there for the start of our day. Back in the 70s later this afternoon, certainly cooler. We should see more sunshine later in today as well. It gets even colder tonight. Morning lows are in the 40s and 50s for Friday.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try a $3 Son of Baconator today. Big news, bacon lovers. Wendy's Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. For just $3, you get crispy, crunchy apple smoked bacon, 2 juicy beef patties, and plenty of cheese on a burger. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword green at realradio921.com. That's green. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday, February 20th. I hope you guys are having a good day. And I hope the weekend is also awesome for you. Team USA tonight. Come on, baby. What are we doing? Dominic shaking his head. You can root for a team and bet for the other team.
No, you can't.
You can't? All right. Whatever you say, buddy. DJ Pencil in the house. What's up, Dominic?
That's what's up.
All right. Francis is here.
What's going on?
Thank God, because we got Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, well, we'll start with the more serious and get with the kind of normal, goofy, strange Florida stories we're used to. But this one is, I'm sure you've seen it in the news already. And man, Feel so terrible for this woman. And there's a lot of questions being asked right now with this hospital. Did you hear about that brutal attack on the nurse?
No.
You did not?
No.
Well, this guy, Stephen Scantlebury of Wellington, is now facing charges of attempted second-degree murder in this attack. It's been all over the news. So they said the attack occurred around 1:20 in the afternoon, third-floor patient room at Florida's Palm West Hospital. The suspect was at the hospital under Florida's Baker Act and was being cared for by this nurse. They say that this Stephen dude inexplicably jumped on top of his bed and then jumped onto the victim, the nurse, and started attacking her. They said a witness to the attack ran out of the room, called for help. According to the report, when help arrived, a second witness saw Stephen standing over the nurse who was just lying on the floor, and he is just pounding her in the face with his fist repeatedly. They were yelling at the suspect, telling him to stop. That's when he did. He stopped hitting her, and then he just ran out of the room. Hospital staff were made aware of the situation. He fled across the hospital floor, down the stairs, across the parking lot, and into traffic over on Southern Boulevard. Yeah, and there's pictures of him. Cars going, cops stopping, shirtless, just, yep. And they said that it was just a wild video where you can see it, him walking on Southern. I mean, they said it looked like he had some of these ECG lead still attached to his chest and everything. Deputies responded to the scene, of course, arrested him. The nurse was taken, even though she was at a hospital. Her injuries were so severe, they had to take her by Trauma Hawk to St. Mary's.
Wow.
Yep, due to her injuries. They said which were described as critical. They said essentially every bone in her face was broken. And they're saying they're saying likely to lose the use of both of her eyes.
Oh my God.
Terrible. They said, because of the extent of her injury, she was unable to provide a statement. But there was, of course, witnesses. They said, he was been acting paranoid for the last couple of days, blaming people in his life about events they had nothing to do with. The guy was Baker acted, right? I mean, so this is what they're questioning. Obviously, all this going on. But the primary care, the concern is to take care of this nurse. But they're going, I know Wellington is because unfortunately I had somebody in my life years ago who had to be Baker acted. And that's something if you got crazy, you say you're going to injure yourself or others, it happens. Mm-hmm. You can do that. And so they're saying that Palms West is not one of those facilities where people should be Baker acted. So they're like, why was a guy there being Baker acted? There's a lot of questions. They're investigating the situation. But right now the main concern is of this nurse and just a really, really terrible situation. Terrible. It is.
Very sad.
Yeah. And then we have a teenager, Palms Coast teen. They said that, he's just going places. And by that, I mean, he was trying to get somewhere. They said a 17-year-old Palm Coast teen who interrupted a funeral procession showed up to the police department lobby after he alleged one of the members of the procession dented his truck. What? How dare they? The teen who was driving with a woman, a 19-year-old girl, told police that they had been traveling when they encountered a long line of vehicles that were going through an intersection, and they were just running red lights. Because he doesn't know what a funeral procession looks like, with their flashers on. He said, what? He said, the car at the rear of what they described as a convoy, the teen was saying this, would not let him pass.
I wonder if they had flashing yellow and green lights, too.
But the teen...
What's sad about this is that probably this kid, I mean, obviously he believes
had no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the teen was just like, look at all these asses, like just running these lights, and it's so many of them. But the teen found an opening, and then he decided, I'm going to go around these cars. So once at the intersection, he said the car's driver, was dressed in a suit, yelled at him. He's like, he's had like a hammer or some kind of blunt object in his hand. So it caused the teen to pull away, but he said the man struck the rear driver's side of his truck, causing a dent in it. The teen also, and that's why he went to the cops. He was like, this is what happened. The teen also commented to police that once he got around the long line of vehicles, then he saw a hearse in front of him. The officer noted that the teens were unaware of the traffic laws for funeral procession, clearly.
Still an accident,
And he didn't even know what a funeral procession even was. The reporting officer had to explain that the rear car was keeping the procession together and that the teen driving the way he had been and honking his horn was a sign of disrespect. The teen driver did not seem to care. He told police, I have places I had to go, and that he wished to pursue charges for the damage. The officer asked him for his driver's license, to which the teen sarcastically stated, why do you need that? Yeah, you may not want to get lippy with a cop if you're trying to get some help from him. The officer explained she needed the driver's license to file the report, noting that the teen was rude during the entire interview of the reports. And it looks like the teen ended up being the one who got in trouble, even though he said that the person. But they because nobody was there, nobody stopped to witness it, because he could have cut through and the car maybe not was able to stop and dented his car.
But the guy that hit him is going to have to pay something.
But I'm saying, but if the teen hit through, it was his fault because he's cutting through. So who knows? I don't know, but it looks like this. It looks like the teen got in trouble, and he just didn't handle the situation.
Still can't throw a hammer at a car.
Well, no, they didn't say he threw. He said he had a blunt object or a hammer in his hand.
Oh, I thought he hit the car.
No.
How'd the dent get there then?
He was saying the car hit him.
Then that's an accident.
Yeah, I mean, it is an accident.
But the procession kept on going, and they're saying that he cut through. So at this point, whose fault is it? The teens for cutting through the procession and the guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm sure that we'll figure it out. But the way that he acted with the cops did not help his situation.
It never does. You have to be respectful to all police officers, men and women, because they are doing a job and they're helping you. I like when he said, "Yo, I got places to go."
Yeah, I got places to go. Like, I need your license. Why do you need that? Yeah.
Run red light.
Don't be an ass. It's not going to help you, especially if you're the one who's trying to press charges on whatever's going on.
And he thought he was right. That's the whole thing. That's crazy that he had no knowledge of it.
Of a funeral procession?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, here in your What the Florida, and then I will end it. I'll say finally, because I told you we have this couple who beats, who was it? Pat Benatar and Neil Dorado. Yeah. And they're here in West Palm Beach, and it's crazy. But we have a guy named Nelson who had a hell of a day. He had an 8-hour crime spree in Palm Beach County.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He put in his 8 hours.
Busy. So this dude, he got arrested following an 8-hour crime spree along Forest Hill Boulevard in Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office said Nelson, I'm not even going to attempt his last name, started his spree at Casa del Monte Mobile Home Park, where he committed aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yep, that was at like 7:03. Then they said around 7:24, he went to the Walgreens. So he left the mobile home, went to Walgreens, where he committed armed robbery with a knife by threatening the cashier and demanding he leave with a fifth of scotch.
Fifth of scotch?
Yep.
They might have just gave it to him.
Then he showed the knife to the cashier saying, I have this, and walked out with the alcohol without paying. Of course, they asked Walgreens for surveillance video. Let's see. This is interesting, too, because it was the local news. WPTV asked him for surveillance video, but was denied access. And Walgreens said they're not pressing charges, but the cashier says she would like to press charges. So Walgreens like, no, we're not. She's like, I am. I don't know about you. So then less than 30 minutes after that, 7:50, he committed a random stabbing at a gas station on Forest Hill Boulevard, the Quick Stop. Just randomly stabbed somebody.
Terrible.
Yep. They said he signaled someone to come outside and stab the victim in the back. Can you imagine just going to a gas station, minding your business, get stabbed in the back? Then he proceeded back to the mobile home park. Then he went and around 2:55 in the morning, committed arson. He lit one of the mobile homes on fire. He admitted to filling a water bottle with gasoline, setting a home ablaze. Then he proceeded to hop a fence to the Goodwill nearby and watch the house burn.
Oh.
Yep. Investigators say he smelled like gasoline and fire when they found him. Now he's facing charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, robbery with a firearm, and first-degree arson. I think a guy who can do all of that should be locked up for
in 8 hours.
Very long time. Yeah, started at 7, ended, what did I say, 2-something? 2:55, almost 3 in the morning. And that is your What the Florida. Now, yes, I wanted to bring up this couple in West Palm Beach. Because, man, talk about anytime we hear 20 years or 30 years, like, wow, congratulations.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
unheard of these days of being
5
married.
years. You're like, wow.
They said, yeah, we're in a world where long marriages are becoming increasingly rare. Harold and Sylvia Levine have defied the odds. They've been married for more than 80 years, and they continue to share a remarkable bond.
How old are they?
Offering a glimpse into a life filled with love, resilience, and wisdom. They were high school sweethearts. And they said they navigated life together and all the challenges. And so it is absolutely insane. So word on the street is that they are in their hundreds.
God bless them. I wish I had that. Same person for 85 years. It's nice.
But yeah, they say the longest marriage on record was held by Herbert Fisher, born 1905, and Zelmira Fisher, born 1907. They said they were married for 86 years and 290 days.
Never had a fight.
Which is the Guinness World Record.
Never had a fight.
And of course,
Dobster.
Mr. Fisher passed away, and that's They held the record. Wow, 86 years.
Yeah, if I lived with somebody that long, I would want to die first. Because I wouldn't want to know what it's like without that person. You're doing 85 years. You know how sad that's got to... And you hear stories a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. So the Levines, the one here in West Palm, they were married November 2nd, 1941. Oh, wow. And they are still married.
Well, hats off to the Levines.
Yes.
If anybody knows them... or
call in.
Yeah, call in. Or if you maybe you're at their wedding, let us know. Maybe
it looks like they live in Wellington. So.
Oh wow, yeah, they're in our list. Yeah. Call up, we'll give you a gift card. You got to figure out what restaurant you want, but still, that's unbelievable. 80 years. If I hear somebody, this is me now, not to show or iHeart. If I hear somebody married 10 years, 15, I'm like, wow. I'm serious. I mean, like, you just don't hear it that much. You really don't. I hear people married 10, 15 years sometimes, and they say, oh, it's my second or third or something like that. But I think that's great. I mean, marriage is tough. It's a job every day. Obviously, you got to work at it, two people to be successful. And you learn from, mistakes you made. We all make mistakes. But, yeah, that's unbelievable. 80 years. That's a record I think they're going to hold for a while. I don't think so. Dom, I don't think you can break that.
Oh.
You're already like 30, so you're going to have to live like
So what? How many did I say?
80
I know, but I hope that they keep on kicking it. I do, because what I say 86, they're 83 right now. So it looks like if they got married in 41, they're going to be celebrating their 84th, right, anniversary. That makes sense this year. So
they got married young. Ooh.
So they need
couple more years.
We need 3 more years to break that, because these people almost made it to 80. It was 86 years, 290 days.
That's unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah.
God bless. What does the average marriage last today?
So mazel tov for them, because they were Jewish heritage. What?
3.3 years, I think I read one time. The
average?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's it?
I look it up. I could be totally wrong. I thought I read 3.3.
Is that like 2025 average?
I was like, man, that's...
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 6 years. I don't know.
I was like 3.3 years. You could be right, but that's sad.
Maybe that's an NFL career.
That's the NFL career.
Well, according to the Census Bureau, marriages, I don't know if this is right either. According to the Census Bureau, marriages last an average of 20 years as of 2023.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Right? But then ChatGPT, the AI, or the Google AI, the one that pops up, the AI overview, says generally around 7 to 8 years.
Oh, that's still decent.
In the U.S.
In the U.S., see, it's different everywhere.
Yes.
Sure.
First marriage, 2018, the median length, and that's 2018, was 21 years. Second marriage, median length of a second marriage was 17 years. Third or more marriages, median length of a third or more marriage was 13 years. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the true number here, but it's definitely not 3.3.
3.3.
7 years. What's the point? If that's the average, like, don't do it.
7 years is long. That's a good job. I mean, because if you hit 7, you got a chance to make 10. If you hit 10, you got a chance to make 20. Love is fickle. 877-927-6969.
I have a talk back for talking about the plane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Penthouse, what's going on? Listen, you're just talking about this plane crash. I was watching the news last night with my girlfriend. She's from Wisconsin. And the dude being interviewed, she went to high school with. Oh, wow. She texted him right after. He said it was freaking crazy. The most craziest experience of his life. I can only imagine. And guess my boy's getting paid there, huh? And just like Franny says, bitch, you know how I take my coffee? These guys. And I'm going to say it one more time in case nobody really noticed. When that plane came down, the landing gear was all down, right? After the plane crash, you notice when it's upside down, it's missing its back right landing gear, right? The wheels aren't there anymore. So either it retracted back into the plane or it snapped off, which caused that thing to roll. Look at the pictures when that plane is upside down. Peace.
A lot of people are saying it was pilot error.
Yeah,
so.
That's what I heard.
And that's why
it came down really hard.
Yeah, and I think that's why they were saying it's so quick for them to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Because it's $2.2 million total was that settlement that they could reach, and that's the payout for
it's
the
not even a week.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of times things like this take time. And I think they're looking to get ahead of it, which is probably smart as the CEO. Like, hey, let's offer him some money so we look good in the public eye or whatever. But, I mean, what you're hearing is that it was pilot error.
So the claim was, if you didn't hear, the flight that solely ended up landing in the Hudson River back in 2009, They were saying, G-Man mentioned, if you have not read yet, that U.S. Airways initially gave him $5,000 checks to every passenger on that flight.
Yeah.
I wonder, probably can look back. I bet probably some people sued for more.
I'm sure.
But they said that the reason why, because everybody was fine, nobody died. He landed it safely, but yes, very scary because it was a damaged plane that happened. But they said that the money was for passengers' luggage that was destroyed in the icy waters. That's what they were given the $5K for.
It's still $5K sucks.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. It's still, you landed on the water. That was unbelievable. I can't even imagine being on that plane. And thank God they had the pilot who knew what he was doing.
And it was because of geese, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's common where I think they left out of LaGuardia.
They lost power. It was LaGuardia. They took off. They ran into trouble. A bunch of flying geese, I think, struck the engine.
Yeah.
And, he made that landing.
There's always a ton of birds over there.
But they said that U.S. Airways did pay all medical expenses for those passengers that time that were hospitalized. They provided them with ticket reimbursements. Of course, issued an apology. What if they did it? And they
free breakfast.
And they got the $5K. So we didn't really hear much about it if anybody complains. But yeah, well, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this $30K. Of course, everybody's going to take it if you can still sue.
Mm-hmm. I'm also curious on that flight from the Hudson if anybody did sue. And, if one does, and I mean, again, you don't really have anybody's number or you talk about it, but if it becomes public knowledge, then you're like, well, if they sued, I'm going to sue. You know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe have a year to do something like that, but $5,000 to me is absolutely zip.
Now, I know it would take time, but it's tough to say because you're not in that situation. You're alive. You're like, dodge that one. And I know it takes some time, but I'm just one who wants to see the world. I think I would eventually get back on a plane. I say that now. I wasn't there. I don't know how I would feel. Dom, would you? Do you think?
I think eventually, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I had to go on a connecting flight right after that, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know Greek, you probably wouldn't. Would you go on another flight if you were on that plane?
I also, not right away, and I also, when I would fly, wouldn't be in bad weather. You know what I mean? Because it was very cold. They said the runway was icy. I mean, all that does matter, I would think, a little bit, but not right away.
Okay, but you think you would eventually? Yes, because there's so many things I would want to do and see, and I'm not going to let something stop my life. As I mentioned, I say that now. If I'm in the situation, it could be a completely different thing. But I say that because I ask, let's say you're younger, because if you're older, maybe not make sense. What if, because I think that $30K is absurd, and I think a lot of people are going to go, these people almost lost their lives. I don't think it's enough. What if they said, we'll let you fly for free for the rest of your life, wherever you want to go?
I mean, again, that's an individual question, because if you fly
I'm asking you guys.
I wouldn't take it. No.
Wherever you want to go for the rest of your life, free, first class, we'll even throw it in there.
Do you still get the sue?
Well, you probably, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take that away. You get the $30K. And you get to fly for free wherever you get to go. You don't get to sue.
I want to sue.
Yeah.
I want the money.
Yeah, because I think it's absurd what they offered them. They could have lost their lives. We all saw that. I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, I was reading the article. Then when I heard the plane on the Hudson, I never thought of that either. And I'm like, $5,000. I would have spit at him. I'm like, you joking me? 5 dimes? I lost that last night on Hard Rock. My luggage? What are we, crazy? My Louis bag. What are we doing here, Your Honor? It's crazy. And I'm sure there's people who take it. I'm not saying it's bad or good, and some people don't want hassles. Some people just don't want the hassle. They're like, I don't want to go to court. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with a lawyer. Everybody's different. That's what makes the world go around. But I think 30,000 is a low number for people who could have lost their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And like Franny said, hopefully they picked up all their medical, bills. There was 18 people, and then
you would hope.
Yeah,
you would hope.
And like you said, that's nothing for hospital stays.
I'm sure they did, right?
I would hope
because it wasn't. I think it wasn't just it was 20 people total that hospitalized. So a number of those were staff.
I mean, with all the things with the airlines in the last 2-3 months, people I talked about it yesterday with us have said to me like, "Oh, you're getting on a plane with all this stuff going wrong," and it's just it's been very negative. So. I don't know.
On a plane next weekend. I mean, I don't think about that stuff. I just think about where I'm going.
That's great.
Yeah.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get in. 12:45. Don't forget Panther tickets. We'll be back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
A technology mogul has been branded a creep after he claims to have offered a woman $100,000 to do what on a flight? Oops. What do you think?
Join the Mile High Club.
Go a little more controversial than this.
Join the Mile High Club in blackface.
No.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Got some road construction on 95 that'll be southbound after Congress Avenue, blocking your right lane. Stay to the left of that. As for the Turnpike, currently accident-free, flowing freely as well. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Hey, it's Rainey, and tax season is here, and whether you got a nice refund or need to free up some extra cash, check the value of your used car at GimmeTheVin.com. They buy all makes and models, trucks, BMWs, lifted Jeeps, even exotics like Vets and Rolls Royces. GimmeTheVin.com is 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they'll beat any CarMax offer or pay you $100. Sell your car today at GimmeTheVin.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Why is your garage door the last thing in your house to get an upgrade? You replaced that flowery 1980s sofa with that sleek, sexy model from Sweden. Your new TV's connected to the internet. Your doorbell lets you talk to people. Your watch knows your heart rate. Your car knows how to drive to the cottage. But your garage door looks like an original prop from a Brady Bunch episode. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Your garage door is the single biggest feature on the front of your house. A modern, stylish design can instantly revitalize the look and feel of your home. And an ultra-quiet, belt-drive DC motor and smart home connectivity can revolutionize your garage door experience. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll give your faithful garage the upgrade it deserves.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Attention! Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel and airfare included for just $99. Here's how. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll be off to a vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. And you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel fare included. That's right. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Terms and conditions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green.
Their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
For more information about contests on this station, visit RealRadio921.com/rules.
MMJHealth.com. Get approved for your card today. Medical marijuana made easy.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by the all-new 2025 Nissan Armada.
The United States women's national soccer team kicks off play in the 2025 She Believes Cup tonight against Colombia, an 8 p.m. Eastern start on TBS and streaming on Max. U.S. head coach Emma Hayes will get a look at some new talent, as only 3 players on the roster have more than 100 international appearances, and just 6 in total have over 60 caps for the U.S. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
The 2025 all-new Nissan Armada can tackle almost any just-in-case moment you encounter. So go drive it today. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Motown Sounds.
My girl, my girl.
The very best Motown from the Supremes, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, and more. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Motown Sounds, and listen now. Commercial free. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Precision Garage Door of South Florida. Precision Door, a name you can trust.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
At 561-689-8180. If you get injured, they will definitely hurt you in any way.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
They'll hurt you?
They'll hurt you. Don't.
That was an edit.
Oh my God. If you get injured, they'll hurt you. I don't want to call them. Oh, man.
The things you can do with that machine back there, the way you can change words, it's unbelievable.
The way you can change words.
My God, AI is unbelievable what they're doing there.
Magic.
Poof, and it's all gone. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
What's going on?
It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
First of all, he had a birthday this week. Michael Jordan had a birthday this week. I don't know if you sent him a birthday card. I did every year. But if you are a big fan of Michael Jordan, you could rent his mansion in Chicago. The guy who bought it a couple months ago, it was for sale for like 15 years. Finally got sold, but you can rent it for $230,000 for the month.
That's all?
That's all?
I bet you some people do it. Some, super millionaires who are fans.
I'm sure some corporations will do like some sort of retreats there or something,
never know. Yeah. The gates are real cool. They got the big 2-3 in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And they said basically it's the same like it was from years and years ago. So you can rent it for $230,000.
I saw a TikTok about Michael Jordan that if you send him a wedding invitation, he'll send you a gift and everything back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that.
Is that real?
I don't know. You believe it?
I don't know if
they had everything.
Well, we got to look into it because I have heard that scam. Have you heard that before? That you just like go to look up or go to Palm Beach Island or just find addresses of really rich people and you send them an invitation and they're head. They go, man, we must know them because they sent us an invitation and we feel bad or whatever. Yeah. And then they give, because they're like, I don't know if we know well enough to go, but I might as well send them a gift.
A gift, yeah.
I was telling a story last night. I don't know how we got on to this conversation. One of my friends, a couple of guys were talking about it, and I knew a kid who worked at Caesars in the men's room. And he said that, when people would give him a tip, if it was a 20 or a 50, he would take a long time to give them change. He goes, and most times people were like, keep it.
Oh, just kind of like go through your bag.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. And he said and it worked. He said a lot of times, if I did it, over a course of a night, same thing at an adult entertainment place, you walk in, because they don't hire them usually. That's somebody, individual walks in, brings the cologne and the chewing gum, and you feel, let me speak for myself. I'm trying to learn this more and more. I feel obligated.
Yes, I won't use any of their stuff if I don't have anything to tip them, because you don't have to. The soap typically belongs to the establishment and the paper towels, but they have their own little goodies. Don't take their snacks and their perfume and just be like, bye.
Yeah, if I go in and hand me a towel or something like that, after you go to the bathroom, use the wash up, I'll give them $5. I usually will. Maybe, 10, pen.
That's nice.
But
did he help you shake?
No, they didn't help me shake. But I'm just saying, you do that on the course of a night, and then I had another one of my buddies who was just not playing with a full deck. He used to be a valet guy at Caesars, and he banked it. I mean, crushed it. And he used to have a little spray bottle he kept in his pocket. He would hit his face with water, when he would go get
Make him look sweaty.
Yeah, he was sweaty. And he said people used to always tip him more and feel bad. He would come back here's your car. Thanks a lot. Come back to Caesars. And he said it worked all the time. But jobs that you don't think that would, make some cash. I bet you those bathroom guys, there's places they make a couple $100 a night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, $200-$300 a night and you're just sitting there, So I'm thinking about doing it this week.
You should. I'm sure Monroe's will let you do it.
Yeah. Hang out. And you just sit there with cologne.
Is that Greek?
You can play the Penthouse, too, while in there.
Yeah.
You got your Portofino and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, don't use my stuff.
Cigars.
Cigars. Pick up some winners. Some games going. But yeah, I just thought it was just
you could be the bookie in the bathroom.
Ooh. But that's illegal, and I don't do anything illegal. Buddy.
Bathroom bookie. Yeah, I like it. Why not?
That sounds nice. I can see the T-shirts made now. Let's do a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
All right, Team USA is playing tonight against Team Canada, and you can't bet against USA. Come on, Dom. You just can't. He's giving me that look. I know why you're giving me that look. It is tonight. Whoever wins is the champ of this new tournament they have in hockey, and it's doing pretty well with ratings, and it's getting a lot of interest with a lot of fans. It is, again, the guys who are playing in the NHL. There are some teams that are playing on different teams, teammates, Florida Panthers, but it should be exciting tonight. It's in Boston. I know the game is sold out. They are saying the NBA should take a page from this and do it the same way. I don't know if they can, but we'll see what happens.
It's funny that you see, sorry, Franny, that NHL, they are the first couple seconds, they were fighting in those fights.
Yeah.
And then you see the NBA All-Star game, and not that much. And then you see the NFL, and it's just like, oh, let's do touch. It's like the difference between each of them is so drastically different.
It is. So Jason, who I do the mornings with on Gator, he's a huge hockey fan, and he was like, did you watch it on Sunday or Saturday? I was like, no, I was working. I don't have time to do it. But he said it was so good. Not just the action, but like you said, he said there were so many fights.
Yeah.
Within the first 9 seconds, there were 3 fights.
Yeah.
Well, hockey is also a very different sport, obviously. And I don't really think in hockey you can go half-ass because you're going to get hurt.
Oh yeah.
And the NBA, they don't play defense in a regular game. I'm sorry. That's why they throw out 43s a night or 50, and they say, I'm always watching more. That's one of the problems. So, I mean, and the same thing with football. They just said, hey, nobody wants to get hurt anymore. We're not going to do it. We're going to be flag football. So, I mean, to me, it's just hockey is the one sport that I think also, and they're getting support because people like to see Team USA, your rally, like the Olympics, in the same way, in a way. But it's done very well. They really were, and they were surprised. So hats off to the NHL for doing something different. But again, ratings are good. They're talking about that better than they have been in the past. And also, when they usually play, for years they played All-Star games for the NHL, it always would be like 13-11, very high-scoring games, stuff like that. But, hats off to them. But it's Team USA tonight. They're in Boston. I know the tickets are very, very expensive, too. So, we'll see what happens. And I think a lot of people will be watching it. And I also think it's good for the bars and restaurants because I think a lot of people will be out tonight to watch Team USA take on Team Canada. That's, I believe, is at 8 o'clock. Marlins are opening up March 27th. They're taking on the Pirates. They'll be home. And Dan Marino, Diamond Dan, will be drawing out the first pitch. I believe that game is at 4 o'clock. So that'll be, hopefully the Marlins get a good crowd for the first day. They're pumping it up enough. Like Franny said, it's all over social media. The owner last night for the Marlins was local. He was spoke in front of like 100 people about the Marlins, I know, in Boca Raton, and they had a good turnout. We'll see. But the Marlins are the only team who did not spend a penny in free agency. So I don't know if that's going to help them or hurt them, but we'll see what happens with that. And in the rumor mill, there's rumors every day. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Rams, I don't know. There are a lot of rumors out there with Rodgers. I don't know if he comes back, but we'll see. But I think for Pittsburgh, it would be a bad, bad fit. I just don't see it as a good fit. Nope. He's not mobile. I think Russell is better than Aaron Rodgers at this point. But we'll see. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace.
So I got a couple text messages, and then we're going to get into something, including a phone call possibly. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Let's see. My wife and I met in high school during a production of The Odd Couple. Of all things, we've been married for 43 years, and she's my rock solid business partner for most of those. Wow.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Married and business partner.
That's great. God bless. What's their secret?
It says, awesome show. Love you guys, Edgar. That is unheard of. Congratulations. Yeah, you guys got something good going on. And then let's see. Wonder if it was Canadian geese that hit the U.S. airline, just saying. And then I love this. Please keep us posted. Says, our daughter is getting married in May. She's sending 50 invites to companies and Palm Beachers. I'll keep you posted on her ROI.
Wow.
I am so curious. And then our girl Sarah says, I refuse to tip bathroom attendants, but I also never need anything other than soap to wash my hands and a towel to dry them. I can get those on my own and would have if they didn't disable the soap dispensers. Sometimes they do that and turn off the automatic towel dispensers. They do, and then they'll have their own little squirt the soap in your hands.
I mean, I feel bad. I just do it. Like I feel like I got to give them $5 or whatever. I don't know. It's in my mind. I feel bad at Publix when they say you want to donate money. Like
no tipping at Publix allowed.
No, when they say, for, homeless or food, whatever the hell it is. I always say
round up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel bad. I mean, that's just me. That's my own mindset, and maybe I'm a sucker, but I am with a lot of things. What do we got on hold?
It's your bestie, Jorge.
Oh, what's up, Jorge?
Not too much. Happy Thursday to everyone.
You too, buddy. What's up?
Happy Thursday.
Yep, there you go. Boy, I'll tell you what, it should be a real electric game tonight at the TD Garden in Boston there.
That's what they're talking about. A lot of people are excited about it, and I think it's going to do very good with the ratings. So far, this whole new format has done well for the NHL, but it should be very exciting. And you got to bet on Team USA.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, there's no better rivalry than I used to watch the games at the old Boston Garden. I've never been to the TD Garden.
Okay.
But the old Boston Garden, whenever they played the Canadian teams, I mean, it was just, the building was so loud.
I can only imagine. I mean, you're talking back, if I'm mistaken, let me know, Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito, those times?
Oh, yeah. And even later, but, it's just always great. And, one of my favorite rivalries was the old Quebec Nordiques, which became the Colorado Avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they fizzled out and actually turned into another team, then the Devils, but then they came up with another Colorado team after that. But yeah, it was always good to see the Americans playing the Canadians there at the Garden. It's always loud, very loud.
I'm sure it's going to be a great game tonight. And like I said, those are great memories that you have at the old Boston Garden for the Bruins, or obviously when the Celtics played there. But yeah, I don't watch hockey. Maybe just the Stanley Cup or when the Panthers are in it. But I'm probably going to check it out a little tonight, just for blanks and giggles.
Yeah, I'll bet you the ratings are going to be high tonight because of what happened during the last game. So
Yeah, and there's really no other sports right now. There's really not much on right now. Yeah, so I think that's good for hockey. You know what? That's rare that the NHL, except for the Stanley Cup, and not even then sometimes, that they get the center stage. And tonight they're getting it. So good for them.
Oh, yeah, and there'll be plenty of fighting, There'll be plenty of fighting.
Well, enjoy it, Jorge. I hope you have a good time. Who are you rooting for?
Well, who do you think, Greg?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Don bet Canada this morning. I can't believe it.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Well, cash is king. We're in the greatest country in the world. We're lucky to live here. Would not live anywhere else. But, I mean, if somebody said Canada's going to win tonight and I can make money on it, I'm sorry. I'm being American.
Yep. Oh, yeah. When's all the trading do you think is going to start taking place in the NFL?
Not for a while yet. I think we get closer to the draft in April.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of speculation and rumors that fly around, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think they'll wait for the draft when they can, position players and try to move up in the draft. If you're 15th and you want to move up to 4th or 5th, then I think you'll see some trades.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got a ways to go, buddy.
Oh, I know. It'll go fast, though. Next week, February's done. I mean, February went quick.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens there, buddy.
All right, give us a call tomorrow, Jorge. Enjoy the game tonight. Go Team USA. USA.
You got that right.
Yeah, right. Way to be, buddy. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. We did check on my food and wine tickets, and of course, again,
Yes, I did look at them.
Franny's always right.
It was the tickets I was talking about, and it is over at 5, and it was a one event.
Yeah.
The Grand Tasting Village.
I just texted the person who gave me a ticket, and I said, stick it. I said, Franny said your tickets suck.
No, it's a great ticket.
I'm only kidding.
That's a great ticket. You just, if you're doing the locker room, it's a wash for you. By the time you get down to Miami and Park, you may have an hour, if that.
Yeah, come on.
You may.
Oh.
Yeah, it's from 12 to 5. He's like, go ahead and pay attention. It says it right there on the ticket. It says exactly what the event is, too.
I don't read anything.
He doesn't read. All he said was general admission. He was like, give me general admission. So people are sharing the real world adult problems no one prepared them for.
Oh, I hear you,
things
sister.
adults wish they were prepared for as kids. Now, it is a very long list because it's a bunch of people, BuzzFeed, Reddit, that were adding to this. But if you want to, let us know. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. That's our text line. I'll give you a few things that some people said. And then, of course, Dom and G-Man, I want to hear. So somebody said how tired I'd feel. My mom used to say as a kid, I need to go lay down. I never wanted to. Now I, too, mostly just want to lay down.
That's so funny.
Somebody said the endless cooking and washing dishes. There's like, I'm young and child-free, but I can't even imagine if I had to feed offspring every day. Said coming to terms with the fact that getting up every morning to go to work for decades really does kill your soul. It sucks. They said study now and play games later when you've made it. I've made it, but I don't have that time. I don't have time. They said, they were like, play your games, kids. They're lying to you. So keep on playing. Realizing your parents are not the people you think they are as you grow older. That's interesting. Dust. There's dust everywhere. There's so much dust. It accumulates so fast. People are sharing things that they wish they would have known as a kid growing up, being like, or at least listen to their parents, right?
Yeah.
Like when they told you to rest, you're like, nah, I don't want to. How much of your time revolves around eating or making food, cooking, washing dishes, cleaning sinks, or even selecting what to eat? It takes up so much damn time. Let's see. How much you have to sell yourself. This is interesting to succeed. In my younger years, it was enough to just do the work, well, because the teacher had to grade your work. As an adult, your boss and interviewers may not even look at it, let alone understand what you did. They said, let's see. I'm trying to find some are pretty long here. The midlife crisis is real. I'm questioning everything now, and it feels unsettling all the time. G-Man, Dom, you have anything you want to add while I'm looking through these?
I think, I'm trying to think. There's a couple. I think some of the things, like you said, you hear your parents say when you were younger, you just totally didn't really grasp. And then as you get older, saving money, big thing.
There we go. Managing finances on here. I learned so much insignificant garbage through all of my education. That means absolutely nothing after graduation. It would be difficult to do an entire semester on it, but other topics can be added to the, hey, welcome to the real world class, like managing finances.
Yeah, I think stuff like that. Maybe... when you're getting older, what the things give me, a lot of things my parents would say to me, especially my dad, like, you're going too crazy. What are you doing? You're out of control, spending too much money, and you're like, I'm fine. But then you get a little bit older, you're like, he was probably right.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Yeah. Should have broke up with her.
Yeah.
Don't grow up too fast.
Yeah, true. You want to be an adult. You want to do things on your own, then become an adult later on, and you're like, gosh, I wish I was still a kid. Wish I didn't have any responsibilities.
Enjoy it while you're a kid, because you're only a kid for a little bit.
Yeah. The first year, obviously you're an adult longer. The first of the month sucks. I used to always hear that. And then you're like, as a kid, you're like, what do you mean? Then you see all the bills come in, you're like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah,
well, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to grow up. Then you grow up and you're like, oh, I want to go back and play.
Yeah, right.
This sucks. We have somebody on hold?
Yep, we have Chris on the phone.
Hey, Chris, what's happening?
What's going on, Penthouse? How y'all doing?
We're doing very good, Chris. A beautiful day, and the birds are chirping and watching the grass grow. How are you?
Go USA.
Absolutely, go USA. That was one of the best hockey games I had ever seen in my life. Made me want to get involved in the hockey game. I wish I was in it. Right out face-off. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was exciting. I think tonight a lot of the restaurants and bars are going to be crowded, people watching it. I know a lot of guys have talked about it on a group chat. I'm in a couple. They're like, hey, where are you watching the game tonight? And that's the first time since the Panthers were in the playoffs that I've heard people talk about watching a hockey game out.
Absolutely. And you guys were just talking about being a kid. I mean, to be honest, you guys because of you guys, I'm allowed to be a little immature child every day when I roast Dom.
Good.
That's true. You got some good ones yesterday, Ann.
Yeah, you did get a lot of good ones. Yeah, our show's a very mature show, though. You gotta realize.
Yeah,
very serious. You can look at the three. Of them. Yeah, out of the three of us, Franny definitely has her life at the best. You know what I mean? Most stable. You're a good second. And I'm like, I'm not even in the picture. Like a horse race, there's 3 horses. I'm not even like all the things not to do in life. That's me, without a doubt.
What do you mean, Greek, what do you mean? Everybody looks up to you, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you always say you're a role model.
I am a role model, but as far as not doing drugs and drinking, I say that. That's what I say.
Oh, but the rest of life.
Well, I think it's nice.
Don't look at Tom and I for those things.
Yeah. That's where they pick up. That's why the show works out so well. We cover every angle.
It's a show, Franny.
It's a show. I always do believe you got to be happy with yourself. That's the first thing when you wake up. Whether you're with somebody or not, I think that's very important. And sometimes people are just so happy with themselves. They're like, oh, my God.
For example, G-Man.
This isn't fair. The main reason I called today, I was bragging about y'all and to one of my coworkers, just letting them know, like, there's not another radio station out there like y'all, and I think everybody should tune in.
Oh, that's nice.
You are able to... Well, you're able to be yourself. You can call up at any time. No other radio station can you do that. You can get on the air, speak with the personalities, have your own little attitude, personality, speak your opinion. Nowhere else can you do that. When storms hit, you guys are always so informative, just with everything, man. I love you guys. I always listen 20-plus years, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future. And, Dom, you always suck.
No, yeah,
did you pay him for that?
No. Again, nice words.
Yes.
We really appreciate. Every day we try to entertain and put a smile on people's faces. But we have a great audience too.
We do. And Chris, make sure you put it in your notes. March 3rd through the 5th, I will be out of town. So.
Let them know now.
I thought the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
No. No.
Oh, because you're going on vacation?
Yeah, I know you're not surprised. I just was going to forewarn you.
Yeah, I'm going to be out too. I'm getting a sex change. But we got complications with that. We got to figure out.
Oh, you're becoming a man now?
Ooh, bird.
Go dog.
Yeah. Let it be dumpster.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to become a man. No more pedicures or manicures, facials, eyebrows.
Pick up a hammer for once,
Yeah. A hammer, forget it. I was with this girl hanging out with her for a while, and she's like, "You get more manicures than me." She goes, "So I feel bad." Chris, you're the best, bro.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, they really are kind. I mean, we wish we got some respect and thankfulness from the management, but we don't. But we appreciate it. Dom, I was just saying what you said before the show to me.
Oh, we get to go to the Drive Shack, maybe.
You're not going to the Drive Shack.
We're not going. No,
oh, my God. There's going to be a meeting for the Drive Shack. So he texts me yesterday. I got about 17 texts going on once, and your text comes in. And obviously, if you text me or Francis or our boss or the market manager, I'll look at it right away. And he's like, "Can we go to the Drive Shack sales meeting?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "I'll give you $50 to go to Drive Shack anytime you want." Did I not say that?
Yeah.
I go, "You don't want to go." Because then every meeting you're going to have to sit through. You don't want that for 2 hours.
No, just go to one. I just want the Drive Shack.
No, once you commit to that, then they're going to make you all the time. We're professionals. We stay on the air and we entertain. So we have to. I mean, we can't go out for a meeting with the sales team. And the sales department, you always say, sucks. It is the Penthouse.
Oh, man. Let's go to commercial now.
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won a Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! Was Ted home?
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Forsling beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We are not seeing any major delays on our expressways. We do have that daily road work in Boca Raton. That could slow you down. Right lane blocked, I-95 south, right after Congress Avenue. Make sure you slow down for bicycles on the commute. That's traffic on Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Florida Public Transportation Association. Florida's transit connects you to fun. Whether it's a night out in the city, a concert, or a trip to the beach, Florida's transit network takes you straight to the action. From theme parks to concerts, transit will get you there on time. Visit transitconnectsflorida.com and find your way to fun today.
Hey, it's a Greek, and Monroe's is open 7 days a week, and that means the beautiful girls are there 7 days a week, along with a 5-star menu. And start your weekend off right. On Friday night at Monroe's, it's Fetish Fridays. Stop in at Monroe's, have a great time with a lady, and enjoy their 5-star menu. It's a great atmosphere and a great time. Monroe's, the best talent around, is always there 7 days a week. Fetish Fridays. Kick off your weekend right. Peace.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where TurboTax Expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Spring training has arrived at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. There's still time to maximize your Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals experiences by purchasing mini plans starting at $100. Don't wait. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. Call 561-390-1000. That's 561-390-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Ready to see what your car's worth? Hey, it's Franny, and at GimmeTheVin.com, it's a breeze. They buy everything: trucks, Cadillacs, BMWs, even lifted Jeeps and exotics. Need cash after tax season? GimmeTheVin.com offers top dollar up to $200,000 for your vehicle. And if they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100 with a 60-second bid process, no pressure, and free pickup. Selling has never been easier with GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
For my friend, Luke.
For my mom, Paulette.
And for my mom, Phenia.
For my husband, Helmut. Honor someone you love by learning the warning signs of stroke.
If you see face drooping, arm weakness, or speech difficulty, it's time to call 911.
A stroke can happen to anyone at any age. Be ready to spot a stroke fast.
Learn more from the American Stroke Association at stroke.org.
Weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We are expecting clearing skies through the rest of the day today. Temperatures will climb into the lower and even mid-70s in the southernmost portion of our region. We will see cool conditions overnight with temperatures dropping into the 50s across much of our area, some areas inland even seeing the 40s.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
This tax season, Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Head to your nearest Boost Mobile store today. Requires upfront payment, taxes, and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at realradio921.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse. You just got another keyword from Rover. Make sure you guys make it happen. Time is running out. And also make sure every morning you're listening to Rover and his crew as they get you out of the gate. Dominic's in the house.
The key word is grand. And take it to realradio92.1.com and enter it there.
Perfect.
Wow, you sound excited.
Right.
Was that supposed to be excited? There wasn't enough juice in there. You got to be like, grand, and take it, baby. Come on. Let me hear it.
That's you.
All right, good. Franny's here.
Yeah, that's your role.
Yeah, I can't. We don't need more of that.
That's you got the juice here.
How do you know? How do you know you don't need more?
I don't think Franny can handle more of that.
Franny's giving me a complex. I mean, really. I wake up
Why
in
do
the
I
morning.
give you a complex? What I do?
I got to be quiet. I got to record it.
Oh, it's not just quiet. I just have headphones, and my hearing's going bad. And then when you yell at my ear and I have headphones, it just hurts. That's why I wear one now.
Oh, okay.
I've noticed between the bars in Greek and working in the bars, it was like my hearing is shot. So I'm just trying to take care of myself.
Okay. I'll keep it down.
You don't have to keep it down. It wouldn't be you. I'll just wear one headphone from now on.
But I do keep it down a little bit. I mean,
you know.
I do.
No, between the banging on the desk and the yelling. No.
I have gotten better with banging on the desk. I think I have. This week, maybe like 3 or 4 times.
What's the over-under?
We were off on Monday, so.
Oh, were we? Oh, okay.
Were we? Yeah, we were. Okay. Weeks.
I don't know.
Gee, man, just keep on being you, man.
Whatever.
Whatever yourself. Fine, then don't. Change.
All right, Brandy's got some Florida story.
I don't. It's not that time.
Okay, what is it? Fun facts.
It's fun facts.
Yeah.
I said fun facts. Just seeing if you're listening.
All right. February 20th is today's dates. I'll let you know what we got going on. Just give me a second. Sorry, my computer. All right, February 20th. The holiday today is, which you should do every day, love your pet.
Meow.
Okay. It's so weird. Introduce a girl to engineering day. I like that. National Cherry Pie Day.
Cherry pie.
Here's my cherry pie. National Comfy Day.
Coffee?
Comfy.
Oh.
It is National Muffin Day.
Oh, who doesn't like a good muffin?
National Student Volunteer Day. I don't want to know what this holiday is about, but the Great American Spit Out.
Wow. Wow, that's terrible.
What do we do with that?
That's not good.
The Great American Spit Out.
Dom, you should get involved in that.
Oh, goodness gracious. And National Handcuff Day.
Handcuff?
Handcuff. Yeah, like handcuffs. You know what handcuffs are, G-Man. So that's what we're going to talk about. National Handcuff Day. You're like, well, what the heck? Yeah, I'm going to give you some fun facts about handcuffs. They date back to ancient times. We know that with early versions found, of course, in Roman and Greek civilizations. They were often, it's probably because of you, they could thank you for that. They're often just basic metal loops with these crude lock mechanisms on it. They said that the universal key mystery, most modern handcuffs use a universal key, meaning one key can open handcuffs from different manufacturers.
Hey, Greg, do you still have those pink little fluffy handcuffs?
I have them. I just don't bring them to work anymore on Thursdays.
They said, however, law enforcement agencies often use higher security keys for added protection, of course.
You ever, if you get handcuffed and somebody can't find the key, that's embarrassing. You got to call authorities.
Well, it's universal, so just go somewhere and say, go buy another pair of handcuffs so you have a pair of keys, because it should work. World record escape. Magician, escape artist Harry Houdini was known for his incredible handcuff escapes. He escaped from over 1,000 sets of handcuffs in his career.
Wow, Harry, way to be.
1,000, right?
It's Mingada.
There's an entire community of handcuff collectors. Some rare or antique handcuffs can sell for thousands of dollars. We have here. Handcuffs aren't just for law enforcement. Many self-defense instructors teach civilians how to escape handcuffs using hairpins, paper clips, or bobby pins.
That really works, huh?
Yes, so. They said here, there is a symbolism. They do mean something. Handcuffs have become a symbol of rebellion, freedom, or restraint in movies, music videos, and even fashion. They said some musicians wear them as jewelry. Never seen that before. Some TV game shows and escape room challenges involve contestants being handcuffed as part of the experience. I would lose my mind. I've done escape rooms, and already it's frustrating enough, and then you put me in handcuffs.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then finally here, as Dom mentioned, his favorite and Greek's favorite, the furry handcuffs. Bright colored handcuffs often seen as gag gifts, but is it? became popular in the 90s at stores like Spencer's and stuff like that.
Wow.
But they're still a staple at novelty shops despite their playful appearance. They said they're still fully functional real handcuffs. And there you go for your national, whatever, for handcuff day. Fun facts.
You go over to somebody's house, they open the door, and they got handcuffs on, like just one. What do you say? I'll come back later. What time's the barbecue? 877-927-6969. Always have a couple things on the table. You guys can ask us anything or bring anything up. Team USA tonight in Canada. Are you going to be watching? The flight that tipped over on the Delta, they were offered $30,000. Would you take that money? Or would you be like, no, I'm not taking $30,000. I'm going to sue them. Let us know. We all said on the Penthouse that we wouldn't take the money. We would sue. But then we've also got people saying that you could take the cash and it doesn't stop you from suing. So, I mean, if it doesn't stop you, then just take the cash.
Yeah, well, of course. And that's what they're doing. So, yeah, take the cash and then sue.
And then I would also like it in cash. I don't want to check. I'm like, can I get cash?
Going straight to Vegas.
Yeah. Give me like $28,500. We can work out something like that. But yeah, you guys can also text us at Real Radio 47142. So Tom Brady said that he's just going to relax now. It seems like he relaxes a lot. But did you see before the Super Bowl? He had his watch on, his $3 million watch, and he was like fooling around with his son. He gave it to his kid to wear for some bling. And they were said like it was a gift that he gave his son, but I don't believe that he gave his son a $3 million watch to wear, the 17-year-old. But he did say it's more enjoyable. It's going to be more enjoyable time now that he's not having to prepare and worry about every week doing what he had to do. And I could see that, but he's coming back. I mean, some people thought he wasn't going to come back and do another couple of years, but he says he's having a good time. So, and he did the Super Bowl. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I didn't see a lot of negativity about him with the Super Bowl. I thought I was going to see more, but I didn't see that much about him. And Kelsey's boys, they do a podcast together. And
just launched a drink. I saw a beer.
Yeah, I was just going to say it. Yeah, they just put a beer. I mean, like, I was going to go. What are they not going to sell next? I mean, they are involved in everything.
Weird name, though. It's like garbage something.
The mom's got a podcast, right? I mean, his wife's got one. They got one.
Everybody's got a podcast, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You mentioned beer, and I got to look up the dates. You know what? I can find them quickly. So it was yesterday and today. I saw some people did go out yesterday to go check them out. But Hulk Hogan has his own beer.
Oh, yeah?
And he has been hitting South Florida, specifically that's me, sorry. Specifically this location. And doing a post about pets. It's Love Your Pets Day, so you can check out at Real Radio 921 and see that. But if you look, I'm trying to find, because I know our dude Joel Malkin, he always sends us. And yesterday, he sent us a full list, so I'm seeking to see where that's at. Here we go from yesterday. If you want to meet Hulk Hogan and try some of his beer. So yesterday was a few places. Clearly does not make sense for me to tell you where that was today. But today, he's still going to be making some stops, and it looks like right now until 1:30, 12 to 1:30, he's at Home Run Liquors and Delivery.
In Stewart.
Yep, 6558 South Canner Highway, Stewart, as Don mentioned. Then he's going to be making his way down south to Jupiter Farms Liquor, 2:30 to 3:30.
Wow.
Yep. And that is 10146 West Indian Town Road in the Farms. Then from 5 to 6, he'll be right near us at Twin Peaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So 5 to 6, he'll be at Twin Peaks. And that's Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard if you've never been. And then he'll be headed back up north a bit. Cool spot, Tiki 52, if you've not been there before. From 7 to 8, he will be there. That is 18487 Southeast Federal Highway in Tequesta. And if you want to meet wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, he's touring to promote his Real American Beer, which is expanding to stores in Florida. The brand was co-founded, by, of course, Hulk Hogan, and he's going to be making stops at all these various bars, Palm Beaches, Treasure Coast. So those are going to be his last few stops here in our listening area.
It was pretty cool. I mean, the Hulkster. Check him out. Have you ever seen him wrestle?
No, not in person. No.
No, I thought maybe you went to one of the, the big nights that they have, the WWE, years ago.
WrestleMania? When Hulk Hogan was wrestling? I don't know. No.
He probably wasn't around.
No.
Dom's young.
He's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, man.
So we have a couple texts, 47142, started off with Real Radio. Did Greek say yesterday that he didn't want to be labeled a prostitute? If so, what would his description of a man whore be?
A man whore?
Like, what would your description? Yeah, how do you describe that? Well, how would you define or describe it?
A man whore. I have to think about that. It's a nice label. Gotta think about it. Man whore. A man who gets paid for sex is a gigolo. Obviously.
Yeah, but that's not what we're asking. They want to know what your description of a man whore would be.
I gotta think about it. Let me
all
have
right,
some
let him
spinach.
think about it. He'll get back to you, all right? It says, I despise a bathroom attendant. Nothing I can't do for myself. The few times I've tipped them, I leave with bulging pockets from all the peppermints I swipe from. It's from Kevin in Jupiter. And then we have Greek has banged on the table about 10 times today. He did it while saying he doesn't do it. And then we have Greek, what happened to Alabama last night?
They lost.
Right.
I think they got their ass kicked.
There you go.
Again, we're going to win, we're going to lose. We win more than we lose.
NC State. Oof.
No, they got crushed. They got crushed. They got blown out. But it was good because it was over early. It was like 27-10. You know what I mean? It's like going on a blind date. And as soon as the person walks in, you're like, this ain't working out.
I think it was like 54-20 at one point, something like that.
Yeah, you gave me a text about that, too. I was like, yeah, thanks. I live in a cave and I can't see the score. I love when people call me about a game that's getting blown out.
Well, you have me put a bet for you. And I was just like, looking at the bet. I'm like, oh, man.
That's okay. It's life. We're all it's going to end soon. Who do we got?
We have Evan on the phone.
Evan, what's happening, Evan?
Hey, everyone.
What's up, buddy?
Evan.
Greek, did you hear that they signed Boone, gave Boone a 2-year extension?
Yeah, I did hear that. I don't know. The Yankees made the World Series last year. I would have waited to see what he does this year. But we'll see. The Yankees made some good pickups in the offseason with Goldsmith and Bellinger. So we'll see how the pitching holds up.
That's always the Yankees. We talk about that every year. It's always pitching when it comes to the Yankees. But, it's like a record that's played over and over and over. Same thing. Pitching with the Yankees.
Yeah, the Sox got a little bit better. I think the Orioles got a little less. And, I don't expect much from Tampa this year.
They always sneak on it, no matter what. Tampa is a team that always sneaks up on you.
Yeah, they'll win 85, 90 games. They'll be close.
You were. I think last week we were talking about Travis Kelce and the suite that Taylor Swift had. Did you know he actually paid $3 million for that suite?
I've heard that. I don't know what's true or what's not. You hear so many things about, stuff on the internet and life, and I don't know. Maybe he did. That's a lot of money, and I can't see him paying $3 million when she's got so much money.
Well, yeah, it's what I've been reading and stuff.
He might have.
It wasn't just the suite, all the preparation and all to get the people there and all that other stuff, But it actually totaled $3 million.
It could have. I'm not saying it didn't. It's just a lot of money. But if you got everybody tickets and he had the suite and then obviously he flew them there, hotel, all the accommodations, yeah, I could see it. You put up 20, 30 people.
Yeah, and I think he make like about 17, 18 million a year.
What football? But then he has his endorsements. He has his podcast. He's got a lot of different things too.
Sure. Now, Franny, I remember, I think it was last year, you said you went to Boston, the Boston area, and you met a professional hockey player that was a former professional hockey player, and you hung out with him?
Yes. He was part of that whole Miracle on Ice year. So, played for the U.S.
Do you remember his name?
I can find out for you. I don't remember off the top of my head. I can ask my husband.
That's fine. But, yeah, because that's a pretty cool deal because I met, what was his last name was Craig, the goalie.
Okay.
You remember his first name? Craig, his last name was Craig, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was probably one of the most recognizable ones out of the team. I remember he had that famous picture with the flag around him.
Yep. And he's saying, "Where's my father?" Because he was looking in the stands for his father. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, that was a great moment in sports.
Mm-hmm. Lake Placid, right?
Pardon me?
Lake Placid.
That was Jim Craig.
Yeah, Jim Craig. I guess his name was Jim Craig. Yeah. James. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. that was a great story behind that team because they were college guys, you know, and somebody would play college, you know. I mean, they weren't professional like the Russians were.
No, and the whole story with the coach and, you know, what they had to go against and how the odds were against them, and they were such long shots and just came together as a team and played great. I think Brooks was the coach, right?
Yep, Brooks. Yeah, and, you know, the thing is, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, remember when they beat the Russians to win the?"
They didn't. That wasn't a game.
No,
That was semifinals.
Yeah.
It's like the Mets in the World Series. Everybody talks about when the ball went through Buckner's leg, and people don't realize there was a Game 7.
Sure.
Everybody says, "Oh, the Mets won that World Series with that," and you know, when you tell them, they go, "No, you're wrong." Then they look it up and they go, "Oh, you're right." Same thing with the USA. They beat Russia, and it was fantastic, but it wasn't the finals.
No, it was and I read somewhere that somewhere they were flying their aircraft and they got into international airspace, and just like the Tom Cruise movie where he flew over a plane and gave the guy the finger. Well, they got that from that actually was supposed to have happened right after the America won the hockey game.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, it could be, you know, you read crap, you know, but it could be, you know, that's where they said Tom Cruise got that movie, you know, got that scene from the movie from.
Yeah, again, it was a great story, and it was also that we beat Russia. And we never did that. They were pros, and again, it was a bunch of college kids.
Okay, now who's going to be on the zone today?
We're going to have Drew Martin from Mexico. Brady Matthews is going to call in because he's going to be at the Black Box tonight in Boca, and also Dom's going to be there.
I'll listen to Brady. He's cool. I like him. He's got a great attitude.
No, Brady's a great guy. I know him a long, long time. He's always fun. He's always got something going on. He's good. Drew Martin's good, too. I like Drew. Drew and I have been friends a long time.
Sure, yeah. All of the guys are. They're very insightful. That's their job. You know?
Yeah.
They know their business. You know, they know. And you talk about this all the time. It's how whoever puts the odds together, how they are so precise.
Oh yeah, unbelievable.
They could, you know, I mean, it could be a 17-point, you know, game. I mean, that's a lot of points either way, but they're always like right there on everything. It's so amazing how those guys just, you know, study all that and get all that information.
It is amazing, even when there's an over-under in a basketball game and it comes up like 240 and it's right there with like 10 seconds left. I've seen it for 30 years betting, and it just blows your mind. Or a guy's prop bet where, you know, his yardage is 32.5 and it's in the fourth quarter and he's got 29 yards. Like, how do they do it? But they constantly do it. And it's unbelievable. Do they miss sometimes? Yeah, everybody misses, but not a lot. They're right more than they're wrong. That's for sure.
But you said that's why they have marble in all the hotels, right?
Oh, yeah.
Casinos.
There's more granite in the casinos than the Vatican. It's not from people winning. It's from people losing.
There you go. All right. Well, I'll be listening to you.
All right, bro. Thanks for all your support always, Evan. I do appreciate it. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll come back in a couple of minutes with a trifecta. Then after that, you're going to have an opportunity to win tickets to see the Panthers.
Wait, there's some more banging.
I did that on purpose. Panthers taking on Seattle this Saturday night. Woohoo! Go to Food and Wine and then go see the Panthers.
There you go.
It sounds like a good time. And after that, go to Monroe's. Just keep it going.
Just going all across South Florida.
They going down again to the Hard Rock.
There you go.
And then go down to Hard Rock.
And then go to Club 11, then go back more south.
Go everywhere.
And then come back up on Friday and see me at Double Roads. Whatever.
Yeah. Started off and go to see Franny at Double
why
Roads.
not?
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
A technology mogul has been branded a creep after he claims to have offered a woman $100,000 to do what on a flight?
Oops.
What do you think?
Join the Mile High Club.
Go a little more controversial than this.
Join the Mile High Club in blackface.
No.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Travel times on the Turnpike up to speed along the Palm Beaches. We're looking good and accident-free. Boca Raton, we have that daily road work. It does cause a delay. Right lane is blocked. I-95 southbound, right after Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's a Greek, and Monroe's is open 7 days a week, and that means the beautiful girls are there 7 days a week, along with a 5-star menu. And start your weekend off right. On Friday night at Monroe's, it's Fetish Fridays. Stop in at Monroe's, have a great time with a lady, and enjoy their 5-star menu. It's a great atmosphere and a great time. Monroe's, the best talent around, is always there 7 days a week. Fetish Fridays. Kick off your weekend right. Peace.
Scott for Scots here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollarweed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollarweed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
Paid for by government. Now is the time to fill your vault with Morgan Silver Bars. Grab your piece of America's silver legacy with this special offer. These spectacular shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan Silver Dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Call now to secure 1-ounce silver bars minted in 99.9% pure silver and made in the USA. Don't miss out on this special deal, regularly priced at $49.95, but for a limited time, only $39.95. Save $10 per silver bar. Limit of 25 bars per customer. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $250 in savings and free shipping on every order. Plus, with qualifying orders, you'll receive a free Morgan Silver Dollar. That's a $59.95 value free.
Call 1-800-973-9714 now
to secure your 1-ounce Morgan Silver Bars for only $39.95.
That's 1-800-973-9714.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Ready for the special season that's not on any calendar? It's free phone season. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless this tax season and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We are expecting clearing skies through the rest of the day today. Temperatures will climb into the lower and even mid-70s in the southernmost portion of our region. We will see cool conditions overnight with temperatures dropping into the 50s across much of our area, some areas inland even seeing the 40s.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Why would you do that to me?
Los Angeles, 2021. A friendly neighbor appears out of nowhere and promises to make all my dreams come true.
Let's not forget that David Bloom was a professional con artist.
But my dreams soon turned into a nightmare. I'm Caroline DeMore. Listen as I take down my scammer on Once Upon a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Once Upon a Con and start listening.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. I'm in the doghouse with Francis.
Yeah, I can hear you guys fighting from this room, and the mics aren't on.
It's just so annoying. It is. I mean, on air, off air. I've told him things, which I do quite often. Plenty of times.
Oh, you're going on vacation?
No. Where are you going? I've told him where I've been so many times.
Do you know where she's going on vacation?
And he was like, Panama? And I was like, I went to Panama over the holidays. And he was like, well, where? And I was like, you don't care. I said, you feign interest. And you always say that. Like, you ask people questions just so they feel important. And I feel like that's what you do with me. You're like, no, I really do care. I said, if you care, then you would listen. I said, I have told you multiple times.
I think I could guess it.
Do you know where I'm going?
Are you going to New Orleans? Is that it?
Thank you. See, Dom pays attention.
Yeah, I knew once you said it.
I didn't even say it. Dom said it.
I knew once he said it. Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
He was like, I bet you Dom doesn't know. Look at there. Dom does know because all you got to do is say it once and he remembers.
All right. Well, let's not dissect this too deep, but I do care about you. And I would always be.
That has nothing to do with care. You just don't.
Listen.
You ask questions and you ask questions and then you just turn on off switch when the answer comes on. You're like, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. I don't care what she has to say. Yeah. Because it happens all the time. You ask me questions, you don't listen, then you'll ask me the same question like 5 minutes later. I'm like, I can't anymore. So now, from now on, if I have to tell you things more than, I'll give you twice, 2 times, and then you ask me again, just not gonna tell you.
Just make up lies.
Yeah,
Start
Start crazy
stuff.
Yep. I'm going to Hong Kong for 3 days.
For 3 days.
Wow, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I'm only gonna spend 1 day because it's gonna take me 2 days to get there.
Let's do a trifecta. I remember that.
Hey, I'm gonna take off my head. I'm not gonna listen.
Franny's not listening. That
I
means-
can still hear you because you're in the room with me.
He says he hears us fighting. That's so. And we're
It's just so annoying.
And we're not fighting. We're just going back and forth. It's not real fighting. Just like
It's just frustration from me.
No,
Yeah,
from over here, it's like mom and dad are fighting. Oh, no.
No, we never.
It's
we
just
don't.
frustration. That's all.
We don't fight. We never do. Really, we have a great relationship. For the amount of years we're together, I can count on my hand how many fights we really had, real ones. Maybe 3 or 2. And Franny was right. I was always wrong.
Well, you learned at least.
Yeah, I did.
What did he? What did he?
Oh, God, man, this is tough today. Let's do a trifecta.
You want it again?
I got to get in the mood. You know, I want the candles lit. I want the nice music. I want the nice sheets. I want the whipped cream to just fly from the ceiling. You know what I
Get
mean?
started already.
All right. Lakers lost last night, 100-97. LeBron had a chance to win. He had 2 shots for 3-pointers at the end of the game, missed them. And then Dom came up with a stat. How many game-winning shots has he missed in a row?
I think he's 0 for 20.
Wow.
Since 2020.
Wow. He's had that many shots for game winners, and he missed. Lakers play tonight. They are taking on the Trailblazers tonight. And Dom's going to bet the under on Luka again. They didn't adjust the line, though. 24.5.
Yeah.
Wow, so bet it again. Back it up with the money you won yesterday and double down.
Right on it.
There it is. So we'll see what happens with that. Team USA tonight against Canada. It is the tournament of the nations. In hockey, it's done very, very well. It's in Boston tonight. Tickets are very expensive to get them for the secondhand market. We're all going to be rooting for Team USA. Hopefully they win it all. And this has definitely helped the NHL, and people are excited about it. And they seem to be enjoying it. They also said that maybe the NBA should do something like this. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll see. But again, tonight, Team USA, a little bit, maybe a small part of it's like the Olympics, and people do enjoy that. And I think everybody around is always on the same team, which always helps. It's like the Olympics when Team USA plays, you're always rooting for them. 8 o'clock tonight, and the game is basically a pick tonight. So if you're on the Hard Rock app and you want to bet it, you can bet Canada -110, or you can bet USA -110. Let's go, Team USA. Go, go, go. That's what we're hoping for. And Aaron Rodgers, maybe with the Jets, maybe with Steelers. That is a rumor out there. They are the odds-on favorite to get him, and so are the Rams. A little bit surprised for both teams that they would get rid of Russell Wilson and bring in Rodgers. I don't think Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson. I just don't. At his age, and his mobility is not as good as Russell Wilson. We'll see, but it's out there. And a lot of times these rumors in sports, when you hear them more and more, then you're like, wait a minute. And then the other day, Rodgers, I guess, was working out with one of the defensive backs for the Steelers. So that heated it up like, oh, maybe this is what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see with Rodgers. He won't be able to wear number 12 again, that's for sure, because Terry Bradshaw. So maybe he'll stick with number 8. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see him going with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has lost 6 playoff games in a row. That's not good. They make the playoffs a lot, and, Tomlin's always over 500 with season totals as far as his wins, but they're just not good in the playoffs the last 6 times, which isn't a good thing. We'll see. I don't know. And there's so many rumors out there. And if you want to rent Michael Jordan's house, the one he had in Chicago is his mansion. It just got sold. You could rent it for $230,000 for the month. That does not come along with Michael Jordan. He doesn't play basketball with you or hang out. It's just that. And he doesn't own it anymore either. So just remember that. That's somebody who bought it.
Yeah, because it just recently sold, right?
Yeah, it was for sale for like 17 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he... Right? Kept on dropping the price.
For him, it doesn't matter because he makes so much money. And then, he makes so much with Nike and Gatorade and so many of his other endorsements. So he makes gazillion dollars. But for anybody else to take that kind of loss on it, they didn't change the house, though. It's basically the same. His game room's unbelievable. He's got a big humidor in there for cigars, the big 23, the basketball court outside and inside.
Okay.
So it's beautiful. It's in Chicago, but the guy's going to try right now to sell it and to rent it as an Airbnb. I don't know. I think, like Dom said, good point. Maybe some companies or some people at Elon Musk, maybe he's going to have all of his ex-wives there, all of his girlfriends.
His children.
He's got multiple places.
Yeah.
He's fine. Didn't he just have like another one?
He had
He's got
one
like 13 kids.
There was a report that he had one with some social media
Yeah,
person.
it was like 13, that guy.
Actually, they kept it quiet. Then I guess she went public with it and said that he's the father. But supposedly he, which he should, everybody should, he takes care of all the kids. Provides for them, obviously, support and
Definitely
money.
has the money to do so.
Yeah, he does.
You hope so,
Right.
Well, there was a story years ago with the guy from Apple who passed away, Steve Jobs. Yeah, he had a big problem and didn't really give a lot of support to his ex with their daughter. But, again, you would think that you would do it. I mean, to me, if I had a child, I would support her all the time. That's your obligation. It shouldn't be put on the woman, and it's not right for the kid either. But there are situations that happen every single day, and I'm surprised sometimes. And even people that I know, I'm shocked about. But, that's part of being an adult. If you have the responsibility, you put the order in, you should pay. And not for, and I was very fortunate. My parents were divorced. I talked about it, how much my dad did. I didn't realize how much he did because it seemed normal. But as I got older in life and saw other girls that I was dating and what their exes did, my dad was around for some of it, and I couldn't thank him enough. Just the contact he had with me every single day, and he had a big job. And I know kids, I used to see them waiting at the window for hours for their father and their father. It is. It was really, and it does take a toll on you. Because when you're a kid, you feel like if your parents don't love you, and I'm being real right now, that sucks. That's a bad, bad feeling. So hats off to him if he is taking care of his kids. But that's something you should do if you are the dad. That's Greek's Trifecta, sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Peace.
So we got a few text messages, and then in a couple minutes we'll get into our giveaway. We have 47142 started off with Real Radio. It says, it takes two people to have a fight. Franny and Greek would never fight because Greek doesn't pay attention long enough to even remember what they were talking about. True story. Let's see. Some disappointed Aaron Rodgers fans think his number, sorry, that's spelled wrong. Think his number, he should wear a number 2. What? That was confusing. I'm sorry if I read that wrong. The text was confusing. It was kind of so. And then we have Franny. Did Greek say Brady Matthews is going to be at the Black Box tonight in Boca?
Yes.
So, yes, he did. 47142 started off with Real Radio. You can text us whatever you want. It can be what we're talking about. It can also be anything you want to bring on topic. Before we do a giveaway, I have a couple things that we can get into quickly. So remember those girls? There was one that had sex with like 100 people in one day.
I heard about this.
Yeah, and then another one, that Bonnie Ray is the one that had sex with 1,000 guys in one night. Now,
one night or one day?
One day, excuse me.
Okay.
Now, shockingly enough, so OnlyFans Lily Phillips, her goal was to sleep with 1,000 men. She's the one who just recently, I think, was 100, and that's the one that we saw. And then there's another girl who was like, I already beat you. Bonnie Ray, who did 1,000.
Wow.
So the most recent one, Lily Phillips, who wanted to reach that goal, 1,000. Well, she just wrote that she's having a baby Phillips in 2025. She found out the secret's out that she's pregnant. But now the other girl, the Bonnie Ray, and it's like, are these girls just always trying to one-up each other? She's claiming
she's having twins?
That she's pregnant. There's rumors that she's pregnant too, and this is the one that got railed by over 1,000 dudes that she might be pregnant. She made news by having sex with 1,057 different men in less than a day. And she's pregnant. And this is rumors, right? The other girl, Lily Phillips with 100, is. But it makes me go, because they're both saying it was kind of a surprise. I want to be like, really?
Really?
Really? They said they were supposed to, all of them, it was protected sex.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things can get busted. You never know.
Did they say
Could you imagine not knowing, and if it was because of what this thing was going on, the girl with 1,000, the other one with 100, like trying to figure out who the dad is?
Yeah.
All of those paternity tests. There's a meme, I don't know if you've seen with the Maury Povich show. Have you seen those going around?
Oh my goodness! I can just imagine.
Oh my gosh! But it's so funny
But I
because
wanted
he's
to
like,
ask you that.
because he's basically like, I can't even do this. I'm out. Because they're always like,
Yeah.
you are the
Yeah,
father, or you're not.
yeah.
He's saying with the meme, it is way too much for him, and I don't know if it's real or not, or if the Maury Povich show still even has.
Is it still on?
Well, no, it's not. But if they have a page, because it was on Twitter or something like that.
Now, did she say in the article? Does she know who the dad is?
It mentions nothing about a dad, and both of them are. But yeah, it says it's the Maury Povich show, and it's a screenshot saying Bonnie Blue, known for sleeping with 1,057 men in under 24 hours, was reportedly pregnant. And then the Maury Povich show posted, and it says, "I'm sitting this one out."
A little bit too much for me.
Oh, way too much. But yes, it is that time where we do our giveaway. So let's get you on the phone lines, 877-927-6969. That's 877-927-6969. We got a 4-pack of tickets. We've been talking a lot of hockey, and they'll be back at it playing with their normal teams here, and that is the team in South Florida, the Florida Panthers, are back in action this Saturday, Amerant Bank Arena, and they're playing the Kraken, and that's a 4-pack of tickets, and that includes a parking pass.
Awesome.
Yep. So if you want to win, 877-927-6969. And it's Thursday, so we're doing Who's Most Likely To.
There it is. The phones are blowing up. 877-927-6969. Go see the Panthers Saturday night against Seattle and a parking pass. Are you kidding me? What else you want me to do? You want me to drive you too? That is awesome. Thank you so much to iHeart. You guys are the best. And we know what? This is the best audience, so it's a perfect parlay. Dominic's getting people on. We're going to play Who's Most Likely To, and then you'll be on your way to the Panthers on Saturday night as they take on Seattle. Woo-wee! It's going to be a good game, and the Panthers haven't played for a while, so I know the fans are chomping at the bit to get down to the stadium and to root the champs. Don't forget, they are the champs to root the champs on, and hopefully they have a good run in the playoffs this year again. And can we repeat and defend our Stanley Cup? That would be amazing if that could happen. Dom, who do we have?
We have Craig up first.
Craig, good afternoon. How are you today?
What up, Penthouse?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing great, Greek. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for always tuning in. Appreciate it. Are you a Panther fan?
Heck yeah.
All right, good. All right. Do you go down to games a lot or every once in a while or never at all?
Yeah, no, I try to go a couple, 2-3 times a month.
Oh, a month? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so you're a fan.
Yeah. All right. Franny's going to take it from here. She's a smart one, and she'll get you to the Panther game.
All right, Craig.
Good.
So let's do this. I'm going to ask you a question. Of course, it starts Who's Most Likely To. I'm going to fill in the blank. We're keeping it somewhat hockey themed. And the answer is going to be Dom, Greek, or Franny. Just, Craig, give me a moment after I ask the question so we can place our votes here in the Penthouse, and then I will cue you up for your answer, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do this. Okay. Who's most likely to get ejected for excessive celebration? That's who's most likely to get ejected for excessive celebration. It's either going to be Dom, Greek, or Franny. Give us a moment to place our votes. All right, Craig, we have our answer. Who do you think it is?
Oh, I'm going to say Franny.
You know, you're not too far off. I probably would celebrate, but unfortunately, majority rules, and it was Greek on that one.
And I'm so quiet. I don't know why.
Do you know you're like I'm banging on the desk all the time?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Craig. Who's up next, Dom?
Next up we have is Rick.
What's up, Rick? How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you a Panther fan? Real Radio fan?
A little bit of both.
All right.
You got to be a lot of bit of both, Rick. Just kidding.
A lot of bit of both.
All right.
When's the last time you went to a Panther game?
Oh, wow. Probably a couple of months.
Oh, that's so good this year.
Yeah. Rick's a fan. I know Rick. I know this voice. All right, Rick, you know how the game works, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just don't give us an answer until I ask you for ones because we have to place our votes here. So out of Dom, Greek, or me, Franny, who is most likely to lose a tooth and still keep playing?
Playing what? Hockey?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, hockey themed.
Oh,
I'm going to say.
Hold on.
I'm going to go.
Hold on.
Whoa,
Rick,
whoa,
I didn't
whoa.
cue you for your answer. We're still voting here.
We're voting. This is deep.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do you think it is?
I'm going to go with Franny.
Oh, Dom.
Yeah.
I'd be at the dentist.
We picked Dom. Yeah, I'm competitive and aggressive, but I like my teeth too much. I might cry. Okay, who do we have next?
Next up, we have is Chris.
Chris, what's happening, Chris?
What is Penthouse?
You spelling that with one C? Chris, can you hang up and call us back because we got a bad connection?
We know which Chris this is, but you're a little choppy.
Is this better?
There we go. Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Yeah. You sounding muzzled.
All right.
All right. So Franny's gonna give you a question, and then we're gonna vote, and then you're gonna say the answer that you think. Is that okay?
Of course it is.
Okay, good.
All right. Hockey themed, but not. But you don't understand. Out of Dom, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to become the coach's favorite for bringing post-game snacks? All right, Chris, we have our answer. Who do you think it is?
That's Franny.
Oh, yes. You nailed it, bitch. You got it, Chris. Let it be, baby.
Anything food is Franny.
That is probably always good. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm a close second. I would probably bring something to the coach.
If you would have said cookies, I would have said Greek.
True story. But yes, everything else food. Chris, you know us very well, and that's why you won, and you got a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Florida Panthers.
Who are you going to go to the game with, Chris?
My wife, of course.
Well, you got 4 seats.
You got
though.
2 more.
Oh, then I'll bring my son and his wife.
Well, that is very nice of you.
Oh, wow, that's very
nice.
nice.
You guys will have a blast.
Yeah, you're going to have a good time, and the Panthers, I think it's their first home game back after the break, so enjoy yourself. And, again, we always appreciate your kind words and you listening and supporting us and telling people to listen. So thank you so much. You deserve it. God bless.
Same to you, Greek. You guys rock, man. I always listen.
All right, hang tight so Dom can get your information.
Yeah, Dom, don't mess up his information. He's probably like, Chris, screw it. Oh, you're breaking up. Call me back. Oh, my God, I can't hear you. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. And next Wednesday, we're going to be hitting the pavement again. We're packing our Louis bags, and we're going far. Not real far.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Oh, my goodness. So we're talking about those 2 OnlyFans girls who had sex with a ton of people.
Yeah.
And now one's definitely pregnant, one rumored to be pregnant. And then we have pregnancy is inevitable when you are a walking sperm bank. Yep. And then somebody else says those 2 girls, obstetrician, better have a catcher's mitt.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
Man.
I mean, the thing is, if they really, how are they going to find out? I mean, that's the whole thing.
It is. Unless...
It's all gimmick, and they
know.
Well,
the one girl, no. There's a picture of her. She's definitely pregnant.
No, I'm saying maybe they do know they're not. She's not
yes,
sick.
like maybe they knew. Maybe the timing.
I don't know.
To where they're pregnant might be to somebody that they're in a relationship. How could you be in a relationship with somebody who had sex with that many guys? But there are guys out there who would still take it. I don't know. I guess we'll find out details. But can you imagine if they're like, man, I don't know. It must have been from that day I had sex with 1,057 people.
I mean,
like, what do you do?
I mean, that's brutal. That
is brutal. And even growing up as that kid. Yeah. Like, who's your dad? Oh, well, you know how mom... Well, I want to know the story how you and mom met.
Oh, my God. That'd be bad.
That's brutal.
I know girls who have been pregnant and not sure.
Yeah, I understand that. Maybe between 2 guys.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Yes, but I'm talking 100 or over 1,000 with these ones. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Come on. We got to draw the line. This is ridiculous.
And they're doing this as it's a stunt.
Yeah.
And they're getting OnlyFans, and they're getting paid, money. And they're making money for this, and they're getting viewership. And listen, we could be talking out of place. Maybe this is a planned pregnancy. Maybe they know who it is.
They might even know.
Who?
And you said, we were kidding, but you might be right. There might be people, she might be in a relationship with somebody. And she might, they might know.
But
maybe she found the one out of those 1,000.
Right?
You never know.
But that guy is probably like, girl, because he might be questioning it too.
Oh, you would definitely question. I think if you're a regular person and you mess around with somebody and you're not all the time you're exclusive, you're going to ask. You hear people all the time like, how do you know it's mine? You know what I mean? So that's normal. Let alone if she slept with 1,000 guys or 100 guys.
Yeah. So the one girl that's slept with 100 that planned on sleeping with 1,000. I guess she's got to hold off on that for a bit.
She had a bad ankle.
So they said that she hasn't revealed the baby's sex, due date, or father's identity. So we shall see. But I guess maybe because we're only in February, and that's she's 2024. She's like, I want to be the first person to be with 1,000 guys in one day. Some other woman already did it, obviously, if we're talking about that. When did she do the 100?
I don't know.
Because there's pictures of her, and she looks like she's pretty
pregnant.
I don't
know.
But I mean, like a few months in, maybe I would say like 4 or 5.
And when did she have her event?
That's what I'm trying to find. Let me call it an event.
What am I going to say? It's an event.
Well, if she was already pregnant, then she couldn't get, knocked up by those guys.
Yeah,
So
I guess she could have been pregnant during that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
she
that could
could, yeah.
because she does. She looks far along.
Maybe she already, like I said, she might be in a relationship.
Yeah, and that's I guess how you would know it wasn't them if they're like, oh, you're 4, and she did it 2 months ago. They're like, well, you're 4 months.
I mean, people say the same thing sometimes about porn stars. Like they're in relationships, and people are like, how can you be in a relationship and be a porn star? But they are.
Yeah, some people are like, well, it's just my job.
That's it. It's just my job. I'm working, busting my ass, hon.
Really busting that ass.
Trying to put food on the table. It is the Penthouse. We do it every day. We bust our ass for you guys. And
Not the same way they do.
well, I'm probably same energy.
Same energy. Maybe you.
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with some Florida stories and a lot more. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Travel times on the Turnpike up to speed along the Palm Beaches. We're looking good and accident-free. Boca Raton, we have that daily road work. It does cause a delay. Right lane is blocked. I-95 southbound, right after Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Spring training has arrived at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come see the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals with tickets, mini plans, groups, VIP experiences, and more. On sale now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by the ticket office today.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Hey, it's Greek, and February is the month of love. And if you're not feeling the love from your current financial advisor, maybe you call Trajan Well today and get a different opinion. That's right. Call them at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Is your love language money? I know mine is. And guess what? Trajan Wealth can help you figure out a plan for your retirement. So when you retire, you can relax and enjoy South Florida. And it's all about kicking back and enjoying life because nobody's promised tomorrow, but you could be promised a good retirement plan with Trajan Wealth. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Stop in today. Is your love language money? Then if it is, call Trajan Wealth. 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. If you're not feeling in love with the team you got, always change teams, especially when it's your retirement. Trajan Wealth can help you. 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The countdown is on to our iHeart Podcast Awards.
Live at South by Southwest.
Creativity, knowledge, and passion will all be on full display.
Watch March 10th on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook, and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America.
Lenovo is proud to be a part of the iHeart Podcast Awards at South by Southwest, where creativity and innovation collide. With the new Legion Go S, the first licensed handheld powered by SteamOS, your game goes anywhere. Visit Lenovo.com/Legion Go, empowering creators everywhere.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We are expecting clearing skies through the rest of the day today. Temperatures will climb into the lower and even mid-70s in the southernmost portion of our region. We will see cool conditions overnight with temperatures dropping into the 50s across much of our area, some areas inland even seeing the 40s.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeart radio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for always tuning in. We'll be giving you a heads up because Franny and I will be on the road next Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll tell you where you can find us in a little while. Dominic's in the house. He's on the phone, but it's fine. Of course, Francis is here.
What's going on?
And we're going to try to get into some Florida stories. Dom's got 2 things to do at once, and he only has 3 hands.
It's Franny's fun facts. What? Oh, he only has 3, huh? I've never seen that 3rd one.
Good thing.
Oh, wow.
You don't want to say it.
All right. Let's, we're doing Florida stories.
Florida.
Thank you.
Told you I had 3 hands. What do you want for the kid?
I was just letting that marinate for a little bit. Okay.
Sound awesome.
All right. In your first of What the Florida, we have, that's time. We'll start with a guy right here in Palm Beach County who had a hell of a crime spree. Lasted about 8 hours. Dude was arrested. Most of it was in like West Palm Beach. A lot of it around Forest Hill Boulevard area.
Stay right in that area.
He stayed around that vicinity. His name is Nelson. He started the spree at Casa del Monte Mobile Home Park, and where he committed aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That was at 7:03, all right? We're going to keep time here. Timestamp. 7:03, aggravated assault.
And that was in the morning?
No, PM.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Then 7:24 PM, he went to a Walgreens, right there, Forest Hill Boulevard. He's still staying on the same street, where he committed armed robbery with a knife. He threatened the cashier, and he also demanded that he leave with a fifth of scotch. Give me that scotch. He showed the cashier the knife, said, I have this, and went out without paying for the alcohol. It looks like that's all he took, though. He didn't even demand money. He was like, I want that fifth of scotch.
That's it. That's all I need.
Then, Walgreens, according to this news piece, they're not pressing charges, but the cashier was like, yeah, I'm going to press charges. I don't care if the company I work for doesn't care, but I do. I'm the one who got held at knife point.
And that makes no sense. The company's not. I mean, she should, obviously, but you would think the company would.
That's according to WPTV. They said they asked Walgreens for a copy of surveillance video, but was denied access. Like, do they know this guy? And then Walgreens said they're not pressing charges, but the cashier said, yeah, I would like to. Then less than 30 minutes later, now we're at 7:50, he went to a quick stop, also Forest Hill Boulevard gas station, and that's when he stabbed a random person. They said he signaled somebody to come outside, and they're like, you talking to me? And the outside came outside. He stabbed the victim in the back. It's a complete stranger. Didn't know this person. Then I don't know what happened after that. We got a few hours of nothingness for a while, but I'm sure there was other things that he did that we just are not aware of, because here we are at 2:55 a.m., where he goes back to Casa del Monte Mobile Home, and he decided to light a mobile home on fire.
This is terrible.
They said he filled a water bottle up with gasoline, set the home ablaze, proceeded to hop a fence. I guess there was a Goodwill nearby, and just watched the house burn. He did get arrested after all this. They said that he smelled like gas and fire when they found him. Now he's facing all kinds of charges: aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, robbery with firearm, first-degree arson. And they said, I think so. They're looking because they're like, it's a possibility he committed other crimes, because we have that 7:54 to 2 something in the morning gap where we don't have anything. I have a feeling there's other things that he did.
Very sad.
Yeah, crazy, crazy Florida story. Then next up in your What the Florida, we have Palm Coast teen who does not know what a funeral procession is. And so, yeah, that's exactly what happened. This teen, 17-year-old, he was driving around with his 19-year-old girl, and there was a funeral procession. So the guy shows up to police department lobby after he alleged that one of the members of the procession dented his truck. So he told police, he was just traveling when he encountered a long line of vehicles that were going through intersections. And he was like, and they were running red lights. I couldn't believe it. They all had their flashers on. I didn't know what was going on. So he said the car at the rear of the procession of the convoy would not let him pass. So the teen found an opening, and he tried to get around the car. That's what he claims. So once at the intersection, he said that the car's driver, who was dressed in a suit, yelled at him, and he had a hammer, some kind of blunt object in his hand. It was just yelling at him, which caused the teen to pull away. But he said the dude ended up with his car struck the rear driver's side cab of his truck. He said, which caused a dent in his car. The teen commented to police that once he'd gotten around that long line of vehicle, that then he saw a hearse. He said that the teen was completely unaware of the traffic laws for funeral processions. He didn't even know what a funeral procession even was. The reported officer had to explain that the rear car is the one that keeps the procession together, and that the teen driving the way he had been and honking his horn was a sign of disrespect for a procession. As the cops trying to explain it to him. Well, it seemed like the teen didn't care. He was like, I don't care what you have to say about this. He told the police that he had places he had to go, and he wished to pursue charges for the damage of his vehicle. So the officer was like, well, can I have your driver's license? To which the teen sarcastically stated, why do you need that? The officer explained she needed to file a report, noting that the teen was rude during the entire interview. This is what the officer said. So because of that and everything else, the claim is here that this teen is the one who ended up getting in trouble. Well, they don't have any information. The teen didn't get any information on the car that I guess hit him. And from what it sounded like, too, he cut through. So who knows if the car was able to stop in time. I know they do move slowly. But yeah, when you're going to deal with police, especially if you're the one who wants to press charges for something like this, then you might want to be nice to police officers.
And not knowing what a funeral, that's a little bit odd to me. That he said, I didn't even know what it was.
I wonder if that's right. I mean, he's young, 17. I don't know. I wonder if we went around and asked a bunch of teenagers if they saw that. You're like, hey, you know what that is? I don't know.
Maybe you're right.
You would think. But these days, I feel like there's a lot of things.
When you're growing up, you're in a car with your parents maybe one day and you see one, you might say to your mom or dad, what is that? And they're like, somebody just passed away and they're going to the funeral. It's a funeral going to the cemetery.
Yeah, could be. And then...
I would think, but I could be wrong, like you said.
We have an undercover deputy who arrested a woman. Why? If he was undercover, what do you think?
Prostitution or a hitman?
Nice job. Yes, deputies arrested Catherine Guther, 21, following an undercover investigation into Port Charlotte business that claimed to provide aromatherapy. Not even just massage, just aromatherapy.
Wow.
Normally be a massage because they offer aromatherapy at spas, but the detective investigated the business called The Honeybee.
Oh, the name alone.
Well, it's a scent shop, The Honeybee, the scent shop, after discovering several young women depicted on its website from anonymous tipsters.
Didn't you wear a T-shirt from The Honeybee yesterday?
You went all the way to Port Charlotte? Must be a great place. So, undercover detective arranged an appointment at this aromatherapy business to verify the authenticity of some claims that they got from anonymous tipsters. Catherine greeted the detective at the business entrance, led him into a small room with a massage table and a desk, and stated that the cost for a 30 or 60-minute appointment. Let him know the breakdown. So while the detective prepped for the session, it looks like Catherine stepped out for a moment, returning to the room with her clothes removed completely.
I would have thought that was probably a therapist.
And attempted to initiate a sexual encounter.
That's when I would have said, what are you doing?
That's when the detective declined, headed for the exits, right? He's like, nope, I'm good. I thought I was here for aromatherapy, even though undercover, right? So then they said the sheriff's office then returned and arrested her for attempting to solicit prostitution. So it wasn't even like she said, like, this is what we offer. This is how much it costs for 30-60. Didn't break it down that it was sex. Leaves the room and comes back naked.
Maybe she just thought, because of the place and they do that everybody's there that knows
that
what
you
goes on.
Should know.
Like what goes on. Word on the street. That's why you're here. Then when she came back naked, he should have said, you want to tell?
And then finally, in your What the Florida, why NFL Hall of Famer Warren Sapp is asking Okeechobee County sheriffs for $20 million? Have you heard this?
Yeah.
So they said that Warren is asking Okeechobee County for $20 million damages, according to documents that are obtained by our local news station. They said that, the notice of claim documented that Sapp's attorney filed with the county claims deputies violated his civil rights after he was maliciously and falsely arrested and illegally detained by the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Department. According to the letter, this stems from his arrest back last year, February 24th of 2024. His attorney said his client was arrested and removed from a charitable event in which he had been a participant for 12 years. He also said in the letter his client was a bystander, participant in a convoy for Miami throughout Florida to raise money for charity. Do you remember what event this was? I don't remember this arrest.
I do remember him getting arrested. This is TMZ just reported on.
So according to Okeechobee County Sheriff's, the dispatcher, the agency received a call about multiple high-end and luxury vehicles driving at over 100 miles per hour, almost creating crashes in the county. There's body camera footage. A deputy pulled one car over after she said her radar caught him driving 65, where the speed limit was only 35. The driver was a dude from New Jersey, but body camera footage, they said that they received from the sheriff's office shows a crowd forming around the gas station after the deputy couldn't print the citation on her ticket. So they said there's the NFL Hall of Fame defensive lineman. Sapp was a part of the crowd and started talking with the deputy before being detained. And I'm curious because there is body cam footage. They said the deputy told Sapp he was being detained for interfering with an investigation after he did not tell deputies his name. So according to it, they said the deputy said he tried to put the man in a patrol car after the crowd started chanting, "Set him free, set him free." They said, but he continued to tense up and plant his feet on the ground before placing Sapp under arrest. So we'll see. They said eventually he was transported to the Okeechobee County Jail, and there is footage.
Yeah.
And it shows a whole conversation between him and the deputy. And so I don't know who's wrong, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's seeking $20 million. The story goes a lot longer than that. But yeah, $20 million. They say if he wins his lawsuit for $20 million, which they're hoping that he's going to do. And we'll see. They said that it was his right to be able to stand there. And the officers were saying no, he was interfering while we were trying to arrest somebody. So we shall see what happens. And that is your Weather Florida.
It's going to be an interesting case. I mean, obviously, it's going to go him. Good.
That's to deal with that new law, that Halo law.
Yeah.
That's to deal with that because that law was put in place to keep people away from police when they're investigating at a scene.
Totally right. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Sapp has been coaching with Colorado and seemed to get his life back on order because he had some difficulties off the field for a little while when he was retired. So we'll have to see what happens. But they showed the footage on TMZ when he was in the jail with the police officers.
I think he might win because that law just went in place this year. So last year when he got arrested, he could still fight it.
I think the issue was, right, maybe people did know who he was when he was standing there, is that because of that and then, like, trying to arrest him and then everybody chanting, it was a major distraction when they were trying to arrest somebody. So I think that's what happened. But we'll see. I mean, they were even saying that there was a memo from the state attorney saying, while Sapp's intentional actions and statements were no doubt frustrating and annoying to the point of distracting the deputies, the strict requirements of the law will not support a conviction beyond a reasonable doubt. So
we'll see. What do you got, Don?
We have Manny on the phone.
Manny?
I'm that baby's pappy.
What'd you say?
He's something about being
I'm the baby's pappy.
Oh, you're the baby's daddy.
Yeah, the baby's pappy. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, good. Are you going to take care of your responsibility, or are you going to, shoot and run?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. To which one?
Running or paying?
Yep.
You're in the court of law, Manny. You have to tell the truth and answer correctly. I'll ask you a question. You answer yes or no, or expand on the answer. You have a chance. Or if you were the dad of this child, would you support it?
Of course.
You're supposed to say yes, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to fine you for contempt of court. $3,000.
The wizard sleeve.
What'd you say? You sound like you're on NyQuil today.
Earlier, none. The ocean.
Yeah, he sounds bad.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
You're breaking up. Why don't you call us back for another phone? Maybe not a play school phone. 877-927-6969. That was Manny. Franny missed
I think he was talking like from a can and a string. Hello? But you could always call, text. If your phone sucks, text us. 47142 started off with Real Radio. You can always do that. Let's see, I guess, with what Sapp did. It's called obstructing an investigation. And let's hear, I just turned 46, and I've never participated in a funeral procession. Only about 5 or 6 funerals, but never a procession. I have. Have you?
No, I haven't.
No. Franny, have you done?
Yep. I've been in the lead car, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It says, Franny, can you ask Greek to say funeral procession?
Funeral procession.
Yeah,
Did you
you're
say
right.
perception?
He can't say it. I didn't read that part. They said I don't think he can say it, and you're right. He did not say it right. And then we said Greek would not have said what are you doing? He would have told her to cup the balls. What are we talking about?
The pregnant girl?
Greek would not have said what are you doing? He would have told her to cup the balls.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What? I know. Sorry, we have short-term memory. We should remember this.
only
Breaking NBA news: San Antonio Spurs superstar Victor, what's his name? Season is over due to blood clot.
That's bad. I mean, for him to get blood
How do I
clot.
say his last name?
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Very close.
Wembanyama. There
Right
you
on
go.
there.
So thank you. We got that on the text line.
Bet against the Spurs now.
Let's see.
He averages 25 a game.
After 1,000 guys, there is no amount of Kegels that's going to tighten up that curls. I'm not finished, but yes.
Wow.
I wonder if them girls got to wear a safety net like construction workers on a bridge have. Or is the umbilical considered an OSHA-approved fall device? Jesus. Somebody give Greek a script written in Greek is. I don't even know.
And Greek?
And Greek. It says Greek is. It says Greekez.
I think that's his language.
Greekisms is what we call them. Maybe that's why, because we call them Greekisms.
Mm.
Uh-huh. So you can always text and let us know why would Greek tell her to cup the balls?
Cut your losses.
Why would he tell her to cup the balls?
Team USA today playing against Canada, 8 p.m. Tom, will you be watching tonight?
I will. I'll be watching until the Laker game.
Ooh, because then you got the under and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't watch the Laker game because that's tough to bet an under in anything. And every time a shot goes up, you're going to be like oohing and on. I mean, I think that's just go to bed and then you wake up in the morning, you get good news. Or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe he's talking about the aromatherapy prostitution thing when she walked in the room. Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I'm just trying to break this down.
Okay.
Sorry, it's still in my mind.
Something about me telling somebody to...
I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
I think that's right, because we were talking about that the guy went in, and then the girl left the room, and she came back in naked.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, hey, whatever, what's going on? But I think, like, a lot of those girls...
Maybe he was saying that's what you're like, oh, cool. Let's come on in. Cup the balls.
G-Man, what would you do in that situation if she came back in and she was naked?
It depends.
On how hot she was.
Yeah, I mean,
you know that. That's the answer. It just depends on how hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I wouldn't pay her. I mean, because I would feel like it's
you pay people all the time.
But I wouldn't, because that's different. It's me at my house.
It's different. No,
it's not an establishment. I would think it'd be
But you're
like
not going to pay her, even though it's a business, and you're going there and you plan on paying her for aromatherapy. But if she comes in and gives you more than aromatherapy, you're going to stiff her.
I would.
For real, he's going to stiff her.
I would feel like she was taking advantage of me a little bit. I'd be like, don't you paint outside the lines a little now, sweetie? I mean, you want to hit the lottery.
Don't you paint outside the lines a little bit, sweetie?
No, I like you, buddy.
Ain't
You
wrong.
really gave my career a big boost.
You ain't wrong.
I mean,
What would you do, Dom?
he'd bang her. He wouldn't care. He'd be like, yeah.
I'd look her up and down first and
All right.
think. I contemplate. That's what I do.
I think
I'd
most
contemplate
guys'
at least.
looks matters. It's not just you, G-Man. Dom, too, and everybody else out there.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I think you would be a little bit shocked if you really went in. There are people who go to places and don't realize that there's shenanigans going on.
You can, I think, have a good idea if there's no windows or they're blacked out. I've seen a lot
Neon
of these places.
lights.
Yeah, there's or everybody's coming through.
There was.
I know there's gonna be so many jokes, but the back door.
Wow. I was gonna go there. There's
I was
been
gonna say, you just know.
There's been establishments, and there's been reported in our area, and a little bit south, in nice places where people, come out and say, hey, do you want anything extra? And you're a little bit surprised. You're going to be at a spa.
My sister, she now has a beautiful place in Tequesta, but she used to work at a salon down in Boca, and there was not a spa, but a massage place. And it was one of those ones that you can't see on the inside. They had like all the, I don't want to say banners, but you know what I'm talking about? Like around the windows where you can't see in, the signage, whatever you want to call it. And you couldn't see inside, but it was near Meisner Park, which is a nice high-end place. And she just thought it was really weird that people would enter through the front door and they would exit through the back door. And she was like, there's something going on in there. I was like, there definitely is.
But there's some reports of hotels that have very good reputations. South, a couple of that I heard of stories where girls were doing stuff and you didn't expect it. You just went in for a massage and they thought it was a little weird that everybody always asked for Susan.
Susan's so popular.
Oh my God, she's crushing it with tips. Wow, Susan drives to work in a Maserati. But I'm sure it happens at a lot of places. Whether it's probably not reported. I mean, like the places you're talking about, yes, obviously, if you go into a strip mall in Hialeah and there's no windows anywhere, you might be like, all right, you know what I mean?
You might be Bob Kraft. Going.
He didn't know, supposedly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right.
He was looking for film on the Chiefs that day, actually.
No idea.
And somebody told him, hey, this is where you go. I still don't. That whole scenario to me blows my mind.
Championship day.
It was championship day. And somebody called him up and said, hey, what are you doing this morning?
Orchids of Asia. Is that place still open?
I don't even know. I don't know. I'm going to the game this afternoon. Hey, you want to come get a massage in Stewart or wherever the hell it was?
It wasn't Jupiter.
Jupiter. Was it Jupiter?
Yeah, it was Jupiter. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
Before the game, I don't know if you can fit it in, but can you want to come by?
No, he fit it in maybe.
And just crazy. And he takes his Bentley. I don't know. It just seemed the whole
The
thing.
only reason why it was dropped for him allegedly getting what they quote unquote a rub and tug over there was that on the grounds that surveillance footage used to prosecute him was illegally obtained. That's the only reason why it got dropped. There was video, but it was
Yeah.
illegally obtained. So, like, can't use this. So
He got lucky.
Yes, he got very lucky. So did a lot of other guys. His
Yeah.
names were in there. He wasn't the only one. He was just one of the names that we all knew.
Oh, yeah. It was the only name we knew. You know what I mean?
Oh, your name wasn't on there?
I don't do
Okay,
that.
good.
That's not my routine. Okay. Don't embarrass me or hurt my feelings or take shots at the Greeks.
Put your name with Robert Kraft? Come on.
Well, not in that level. I mean, come on. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to get massage therapy. I mean, I'm banging somebody out. I'm not doing that. I don't run like that. Come on. I go with pros. It is a
Pros. They got to be more than
Are they not
$1,000
pros?
bucks.
I thought they were pros. They got paid to do it. Isn't that considered professional once you get paid to do something?
This is true.
Yeah.
So I guess we're pros on the radio.
Well.
Try to be.
It works.
Debatable.
Oh, I don't think it's debatable. How could you say that? You're with the company so many years. You must be doing a great job. Oh, my God. They wouldn't have you if you weren't doing a great job. Dumb. You're not here that long. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
A technology mogul has been branded a creep after he claims to have offered a woman $100,000 to do what on a flight? What do you think?
Join the Mile High Club.
Go a little more controversial than this.
Join the Mile High Club in blackface.
No.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. If you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse, call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
A bit of a slowdown traveling 95 south in Boca Raton, right lane blocked. 95 southbound right after Congress Avenue. Drive times on the turnpike are up to speed. We're not seeing any major delays. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
Hey, it's Franny, and tax season is here, and whether you got a nice refund or need to free up some extra cash, check the value of your used car at GimmeTheVin.com. They buy all makes and models, trucks, BMWs, lifted Jeeps, even exotics like Vets and Rolls Royces. GimmeTheVin.com is 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they'll beat any CarMax offer or pay you $100. Sell your car today at GimmeTheVin.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, save 50% on the new Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Men, this is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today I want to talk about love. Because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at the Atlantic Men's Clinic and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Truly, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you.
Attention! Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel and airfare included for just $99. Here's how. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll be off to a vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. And you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel fare included. That's right. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Terms and conditions apply.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
If you feel like owning a home is out of reach, Rocket is here to give you back the keys because they believe everyone deserves a shot at the American dream. Own the dream. Visit rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Again, that's rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. We are expecting clearing skies through the rest of the day today. Temperatures will climb into the lower and even mid-70s in the southernmost portion of our region. We will see cool conditions overnight with temperatures dropping into the 50s across much of our area, some areas inland even seeing the 40s.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Members get more with My Lowe's Rewards. Earn points towards My Lowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts and more. Join for free today. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms subject to change.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Motown Sounds.
My girl, my girl. Everything is alright.
The very best Motown from the Supremes, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, and more. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Motown Sounds, and listen now. Commercial-free. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
MMJHealth.com. Get approved for your card today. Medical marijuana made easy.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I feel like I'm in New York today. It is so friggin' cold in here. Oh, my God.
Always.
Today it's like extra. I mean, it is. I think we like hang meat in here. I mean, really. It is that cold. I mean, today is brutal. But we're doing it. Oh, we're sacrificing. I got to tell you. Talk to management about it. We just don't get any respect. Well, actually, they told me if I don't like it, get out. I'm kidding. We're working on it. Just like the Liberty Bell. I am the Greek. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's the last trifecta of the day.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
All right, Lakers lost last night, but not Dominic. He won because he bet on the under on Luka. Third time in a row. And there's trends that go on in sports betting. And when something's cashing, do it again. Tonight, 24.5. You going under again?
I am.
Good job, man. I like it. You're making me proud.
Do I tie it with Team USA or no? Just by itself?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know what you've been very good with this.
I'll do it by itself.
Well, the good thing is, if you want me to look at it professionally for a minute, take off my radio host icon hat. If you bet in a parlay, the hockey game's at 8 o'clock, and then the Lakers go on 10:30. So you could win the first half and bet the other way and not lose any money.
That's true.
You could do that. But again, if USA loses, then you're blank out of luck. But then you still have the opportunity to bet the game again 10:30. So take advantage of the time difference. I mean, that's what I would do. And then you can protect it or not even lose money. Because if they win the first half, you can just sit back and say, okay, you know what? I got Team USA and, bet Canada or something like that. You can't lose any money.
Yes, sir. I like it.
Well, again, smart people, smart answers. Tonight, you're laughing over there? She says no. My God, like a kid who can't wait for Christmas, Franny can't wait for 2 o'clock.
Almost there.
Almost there. 155. I don't get upset. Team USA against Canada tonight. We're excited about watching that. If you want to rent Michael Jordan's house in Chicago, his mansion, you can for $230,000 a month. That is unbelievable. You could be like Mike. Remember that big Gatorade commercial? Everybody wants to be like Mike. Well, now you can be like Mike for $230,000, and you can rent the whole house. If you had that much kind of money, I don't think I'm renting a house there. I'm probably going someplace else, maybe in Italy or Greece or out of Miami or something like that.
But I guess if you're like an Uber fan and
because it's still cold right now. You know what I mean? But you got the basketball court and everything like that. Now, do you think if they talked to Jordan, they said, hey, they don't have enough money to get him there? Like if you threw in like Mike's gonna be there one day.
Say will you just record just like a greeting video so when people walk in, right? Just
Welcome to my house.
Yeah.
Now Scottie Pippen was selling his house when he was renting it, I think out in California, one of his homes. I remember like a couple years ago, and he was doing a thing because they talked about it in the 4-letter network, and he would actually go. Like he would be there and like hang out with you, play basketball or something like that. This is like 5-6 years ago. I don't know how that worked out. But, people love this stuff if you have that kind of money. But even in Hollywood, like when they sell stars' homes who used to live here and stuff like that, people think it's cool. If you're into that, if you're not into it, like Yogi Berra, he lived in Montclair, New Jersey, where I grew up. His house went for sale, and he lived there like 60 years. And I told the story years ago. I got a flat when I was a little kid. I got a flat and put it in his driveway. I had no clue who it was, and I knocked on his door, and he came out, and it was like, wow, you better. Then later on in life, I actually became a little friendly with him because he used to go to a bagel store that I used to go to in the morning, and we just started talking one day. And he was really one of the nicest guys and very friendly. But yeah, I mean, there are people out there who have that kind of money who'd be like, ooh, I don't know, I might want to rent Versace's mansion before Jordan's house.
Just a thought. I'm just throwing it. And it's in Miami. The weather's nice.
That's probably why.
A lot of hot girls.
Just 'cause it's Miami.
Yeah, stuff like that. But again, that is something if you guys want to do, you can. And the rumor mill, again, is Aaron Rodgers to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is a rumor. I can't see that happening. If I was the Steelers, I would definitely stay with what I had. But there's rumors out there he might go to Rams or Pittsburgh. And also, if you want to bet on next year's Super Bowl halftime show, Post Malone is the favorite at a lot of offshore books. He is the favorite. We talked about that here a couple weeks ago. Franny talked about it, and that's what a lot of people do think he'd be a great halftime show. Do you think Post Malone really bets on sports?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Fran, do you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, no, I think he does.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just not sure. But he is the spokesperson for the Hard Rock.
I could see him being just like Drake, putting in those big bets, especially how big of a Dallas Cowboy fan he is, and stuff like that. I could see him betting on them.
Yeah, probably right. I mean, Drake sends it in. Oh, my God.
We haven't really heard much about him betting.
No, he's been quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Mayweather. Mayweather, there was rumors that he ran into a little bit of a trouble because Mayweather used to go like McDonald's with like $300,000. Now, I don't know if something happened, and he used to always post all his tickets. And that's the one thing I said the gambling industry is lucky they have is because everybody puts up there, a lot of people put when they're betting on Instagram or whatever social media they use when they win. They don't put their losing tickets, but they put it all the time. And, when you're posting stuff like that, you're also opening yourself up to people finding out big numbers when they do it. But Mayweather did it all the time. Like millions. They had videos of him walking into and he used to go to the Win.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows I knew a lot of people there at the Win. He would come in with, cases,
briefcases,
bags, and bags of money. But he hasn't done that in a long time. I don't think he stopped sports betting. I'm going to go with the rumor that maybe something happened out there. We'll see. I don't think we'll ever know. I know he's putting together a team right now to buy 10% of the New York Giants. And that's been a story that's been out there because the Giants are putting up 10% of their team. And Floyd Mayweather is supposedly the number one guy who's putting together a team. And we're talking serious money.
Yeah.
Even
of course,
10%.
You have to have serious money.
Yeah, for 10%.
Mm-hmm.
But he is doing it. A lot of NFL teams are doing it. The Dolphins did it years ago with like Serena Williams and her sister. I think
Fergie was part of it.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of people.
Yeah. But
was
like,
J-Lo part of it?
I think you're right.
Jennifer Lopez.
And her husband at the
Mark
time.
Anthony.
Yep.
There was a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was years ago. And I think like a 0.5% or whatever. But the NFL is opening that now to a lot of teams are doing that where they're giving 10%.
I think that's when they revamped it, right? And put in the Live nightclub and all that stuff.
Yep. And
Years
they
ago.
did like the orange carpet.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing some shows down there live for Dolphin games years ago. But Mayweather is supposed to be one of the people who's putting the money together to buy 10% of the Giants. And I don't doubt that he's not going to be able to come up with it. And always the rumor out there is that LeBron wants a basketball team in Las Vegas when he retires. That's been floating out there a lot. So we'll see. There's been speculation Dallas Mavericks are going to go there. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be a new franchise. Great Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace.
So this is speaking of betting. There is a famous bet, and I don't know if you guys remember this, with Post Malone. Didn't have to do with money. And it makes you go, yeah, this guy's a betting guy. It was in 2020, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Right? And so
That was down here.
So after the team, they paraded the streets with trophies and stuff like that to celebrate their win. And this was Feb 5th. Post Malone extended an invitation to visit the Sprint Center before he was scheduled to perform at the Kansas City venue later on at a Kansas City venue later on the evening. So by the end of the night, Post Malone had Patrick Mahomes' signature tattooed on his body.
Oh, wow.
So the reason why is that Mahomes was like, all right, you can put it out there, I'll show up. So Mahomes showed up with a red jersey as a gift for Post Malone and was quickly challenged to play a game of beer pong with them. So him and Travis Kelce were a team, and it looks like Mahomes and Kelce dominated. And Post Malone, they said, was getting like so impatient for a single win, like couldn't even do it. He thought he could take him on. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got this."
I got you.
So he emphasized that he is pretty effing competitive, is what he said. Beer pong player. So he ended up switching sides, partners, and even teamed up with Sway Lee, who joined him on this cross-country tour that he was doing. So the two of them, if he was losing so much, he's like, all right, I need a new partner, I need everything, let's switch sides, something's going on. So Malone was interrupted by his manager, they said about the 10th game. They're going that many rounds. And was told, yo, you got to take the stage. So he said, so desperate for a win, he continued on until about game 15.
Wow.
When he decided to raise the stakes. This is what tells you how better he is. Decided to raise the stakes. He instructed Kelsey and Holmes to write their autographs on a piece of paper and explain that if they were to beat him again, that he would tattoo their signatures on his body. And yes, he had a tattoo artist literally in the room, which I wouldn't be surprised, right? Because he's got tats all over the place. And Mahomes was like, dude, you do not actually have to get a tattoo of our autographs. So after the two looked down Post Malone for the final time, they took him down, he sat down to deliver on his word, and now he has their signatures on their body because of that. I don't think he won a single game.
He went over 15?
I don't think he did, yeah. And even went past the time that he was supposed to go on stage because he said, no, I'm going to hang out here.
Oh man, that's
but so Mahomes was talking about I think they said that they consumed, I don't know, over 20 beers, which is easy to do with beer pong. But when they asked him, they said, yeah, we heard you had an initial consumption of 20, and Mahomes said way over. However, he doesn't know how many full beers they drank because half the beers were on his clothes. Because when you're trying to chug it, a lot of times it just. But yeah, that shows you that Post Malone definitely is a betting man and does not like to lose. If he kept on going and going and going, finally was like, all right. Tattoos, and he did. He has their names tattooed on his body now.
That's the thing with betting is knowing when to leave. I mean, and it's hard for everybody, up or down. I've talked about it so many times. People come up to me a lot about questions about gambling, whatever it is, and that's the biggest thing, knowing when to leave. And if you're up, you always hear people say, I was at the casino and I was up, but then I lost it back. It takes willpower. Tremendous willpower to walk away when you're up and just be like, hey, because as a gambler, you figure like, all right, I'm winning. I'm going to win again. Blackjack, whether you're playing roulette, slot machines, I don't know. I think it's the easiest thing. If you hit one, you're going to be like, it's not going to pay off again. I mean, that's what I think to myself. Like, even if it's a small win, 800, 500.
I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way, 2 in a row.
Yeah, and there's that. Obviously, it could.
Yeah.
Could hit 3 in a row. Could hit 4 in a row.
Yeah.
But I have one win. I'm like, I'm out.
That's smart. Same thing with blackjack. Now, blackjack, it's different because you're playing as an individual. I think there is times where guys, rip off 10, 12 hands in a row. That I could believe. And I'm not a blackjack player, so I don't have any knowledge to it. I've seen all my friends do it.
Yeah.
But like roulette.
I have seen it, and I've seen it go very, very well, and I've seen it go very bad. I've just.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know, because you feel like if you're on a winning streak, just keep it going.
Well, that's what they tell you. Experts say when you're hot, you bet more. And when you're losing, you bet less. But the average person does the opposite. When they're hot, they don't bet as much because they don't want to lose. They're like, ooh, I got this little thing, like a squirrel with nuts. Like, ooh. And then, but when you're losing, you definitely like it.
Just like a squirrel with nuts.
I got to use that analogy.
Oh, never mind. Did you see this, Dom? Because I know that you are an MMA person, like you like UFC. This happened in Vegas, and there's all this outrage over here. So I don't know. It'll say in this article, I was looking at TMZ, and there is outrage because it is men beating up OnlyFans models, and it was a sanctioned bout. It was a sanctioned fight. And I'm saying, so 3 OnlyFans female models were beaten to a pulp by 2 men during a sanctioned MMA bout. And this happened this week. So fight fans everywhere were outraged by this disturbing video of the scrap. They said it went down. It was called Real Extreme Fighting. So it says Las Vegas everywhere, but it's not. That's probably who. So it was a real extreme fighting event in Romania, and it featured.
Oh, there you go, Romania.
Yeah, and it featured. But if you look, it's so weird. The video is very. It's confusing because it says Las Vegas all over the signage, but it said Alicia Bonita, Denisa Costilla, and Maria Adriana. For some reason, decided to go. They did go against these 2 guys who are professional MMA fighters. So the girls are wearing, these cute white tank tops, matching skirts. Real women wore headgear, while the guys didn't. And just seconds after the opening bell rung, the 2 guys just kicked the tar out of the women, and it sparked immediate backlash. They said people were like, how the hell was this allowed to take place? People were calling it sickening. These men should be ashamed.
Yeah.
It was even on Barstool Sports. If you haven't seen it, there's video up there too.
Thank God they had headgear on.
For the ladies' part, I guess
they got paid.
They were willing to do it, even entering the cage. They said with the fun little walkout dance, although at least one of the women appeared to be upset over the guy's victory as she attempted to get some more licks in. So they kept on going, but it's so crazy. I mean, people were just like, why would you even do this? As Dom pointed out, it is Romania, different. than it is here.
I'm sure they got paid too.
Uh-huh.
Probably not much. If
That's-
it's over there, it's such a small league.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I would say they probably didn't get paid more than $5,000.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
And it's sad.
It's nutty video. It's sad, but the women put themselves in it. So I don't know if I don't know what it's like over there if they're forced to do it or whatever the case may be. And then something else kind of sports related, but not. But I thought this was funny. Only reason why it's sports related is because it was at the Super Bowl. So this woman took to Instagram or TikTok. Her name is Louisa, and shared a video of herself because that's what everybody does. They put out their personal lives, sitting in her car after apparently filing for paperwork to end her marriage at her local courthouse. So she's speaking to the camera, and she's telling her 57,400 followers. She's got a lot.
Yeah, she does.
I'm divorcing my husband. And you're thinking, what? Why? Something serious? I'm divorcing my husband because he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. And I still don't think he believes me, to be honest. But he might want to start because I just filed my paperwork at the courthouse. And you can see right here, the date of separation is this year's Super Bowl. She continued on. I'm not just doing this because of the action of booing. I am doing this because of everything that it represents in our relationship. I have loved Taylor Allison Swift since
That's her middle name, Allison?
I guess. I don't know.
her.
Since I was 12 years old. My husband even likes her too. Like he'll put her music on when we're cooking together. He has a favorite song. It's Girl at Home. But we were at the Super Bowl. It was me, him, and 5 of his buddies. And when they put Taylor up on the Jumbotron, all of his buddies started booing, and my husband joined in.
They must have been Eagle fans.
She then said, and that just tells me everything I need to know about the man because he didn't care. That would hurt my feelings. He just wanted to fit in with his boys. He didn't even care. That's not even how he actually feels. He just wanted to look cool, I guess. And that's not a man. That's a boy. And when you see that, you can really unsee it. When you can't really unsee it. So I'm divorcing him. She said, thankfully, I have a prenup. I'll be retaining all my assets as well as assets I inherited with peace. You know what? Good riddance.
She sounds like she's whacked.
Right?
Yeah, and she does sound like she's got some paper behind her too.
Maybe she's just
She sounds like she's got some money because she's
trying to
saying,
get likes, hits, whatever.
I don't know.
know what it is, but if this is true, come on.
And they must have been Eagle fans too, because a majority of Eagle fans were booing her as opposed to Chief fans. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, the old lady calling it quits. I booed Taylor Swift.
Because he booed Taylor Swift.
Boo! That's crazy. That is crazy. There's a lot of crazy people out there.
There are.
I mean, I hear them all on the show. All different stories for you all the time. Florida stories are crazy enough, but that is definitely crazy.
Yeah.
And they had some problems beforehand, if it's true.
I mean, she said everything was great.
Yeah.
47142 started off with Real Radio. We have a bunch of things. Let's see. I think she should name the baby Target because so many different men had a shot at it. That's terrible. Talking about the OnlyFans model who had sex with a bunch of people saying that they're pregnant, both of them. You guys are talking about the massage parlor, so that's what they were saying with you cupping your whatever, your stuff, your balls. You guys are talking about the massage parlor, and the girl came in with no clothes on, and Greek said he would say, "What are you doing?" So I guess that's what it was. Let's see. Does Greek want to know the address of Robert Kraft's massage parlor?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay.
But thanks for thinking.
They said when you know it's going to be that kind of massage parlor, they said your first clue is when they start putting edible KY in their mouth. That's how you know it's that kind of massage parlor. They said, I'd rent Jordan's house for that price if he does all the cooking. Yep.
I don't think Mike's going to be there.
Yeah, no.
I love it. They said, Greek says, we're on the radio. We get paid. We're professional. We're professionals. Franny giggles. Then G says, what, Franny? You are a professional. Not realizing that she's not laughing about herself. SMH.
I knew that. She's taking a shot at me.
I was just at life.
I know she's taking a shot at me.
It's a show.
It's a show.
It's a show. They say the president's going to watch, let's see, they say the president's going to watch the hockey game between USA and our 51st estate, Canada.
Oh, wow.
Brett from Melbourne, I think you guys are missing the good part of that woman having sex with all those men while pregnant. That baby should be able to take a hell of a punch. Money is on the dresser.
Wow.
That is so messed up. Never hit on 16. You'll end up in jail. Are we talking about roulette?
I hope so.
No, blackjack.
Blackjack, yep. Let's see. Talking about the MMA fight, you got to be careful with them Eastern Europeans. Says that Yeah, there's another thing. And then let's see. Give me the man's name who booed Taylor Swift. I'll marry him and do all the naughty stuff.
Nice. Love the audience. Way to take an advantage. That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you, guys. 47142. Started off with Real Radio. That's how you text us.
That's right. Opportunities happen every single moment. So it's up to you guys to make it happen. Dom playing my favorite song right now. We'll see how long it lasts, but I do like the song. Dom, good job as always. You are a champ. Thanks for all your help, and thanks for sticking around one more hour.
Woohoo! One more hour.
And when I say you do a good job, I mean it. I had a conversation this morning with our market manager, and we were talking about the company, what it needs to do more. I say,
what'd you say? What does it need to do more of?
I said, thank their employees. And I said, when I thank you and Franny, I do mean it. And I think you do a good job. And of course, Frances does a great job every day. She does so many great things. The blog, her personality, keeping me in line. That's a big job. And
the hardest.
Yes. Biggest job I have.
Oh, you don't have to jump in. You don't have to great job, Franny. It's 2 o'clock.
I got to help her out with this.
Oh, my God. It's 2 o'clock. Are you happy?
She's already out. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. She's out. She's at the studio.
Bye.
Remember that ad? It's 10 o'clock. You know where your kids are? We're going to do one for Franny on Real Radio. It's 2 o'clock. How happy are you? Peace. Hey, it's the Greek. Remember, appreciate what you have in life because there's somebody right now who would trade spots with you no matter what.
Yeah.
So appreciate what you have.
Uh-huh.
Stop bitching.
Stop your bitching. And then you appreciate what you have more if you had $1,000 your way because we have another opportunity. And I do know for a fact that tomorrow is the last day.
Oh, you always know everything.
This go around, Red Zone revenue to score $1,000. You got up to 13 chances a day. So make sure you are always tuned in because you get a keyword top of the hour up until 9 p.m., 9 to 9.
Money was this one.
There you go. Hopefully it's still, you can put it realradio921.com and that 1 o'clock keyword still works. Not sure. If not, then you're going to have to wait for that 2 o'clock keyword.
And I was out last night, of course, and I was at New York Prime. No shocker, but a gentleman came up to me and thought our $1,000 challenge with me with the 3 dates was not a real contest. It's real. So if you make it happen and I go on 3 dates with somebody, you get $1,000 cash. So, I mean, come on. You snooze, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to be a pimp out there. But you guys have a great afternoon. Peace.
This must be why God created YouTube. Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Barzley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov in front, right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
It's a problem-free ride along our Palm Beach expressways. No major delays or incidents. We're up to speed on the Turnpike. 95 slow in Boca Raton, right lane blocked. It's 95 south after Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and February is the month of love. And if you're not feeling the love from your current financial advisor, maybe you call Trajan Well today and get a different opinion. That's right. Call them at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Is your love language money? I know mine is. And guess what? Trajan Wealth can help you figure out a plan for your retirement. So when you retire, you can relax and enjoy South Florida. And it's all about kicking back and enjoying life because nobody's promised tomorrow, but you could be promised a good retirement retirement plan with Trajan Wealth. Call them today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Stop in today. Is your love language money? Then if it is, call Trajan Wealth. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. If you're not feeling in love with the team you got, always change teams, especially when it's your retirement. Trajan Wealth can help you. 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.